Beyond Saltmarsh is a game played by adults and recorded for an adult audience. Sometimes we use adult language, explore adult topics. Consider yourself warned. Hey everybody, how are ya? My name's Dave, your humble dungeon master. Welcome back to the Superior Adventures Guild. So happy to be here. We're happy that you're here. It's a very special day here at the Guild because it is indeed Techie Woman's Ghost's birthday. So wish them a happy birthday in the chat, and say hello to my little friends, my good buddies, Andy, Kirk, Ashley, and Michael. Hello there. Hello. As we do at the Superior Adventures Guild, we're going to go around the horn of the table. I don't know why the table has horns. Maybe it's a mimic. And we'll start with Andy.
Hey, what's up, everybody? My name is Andy. I am playing Rhunar Deg, a 10th level human dual sword wielding Battlemaster fighter and captain of the Good Buddy. We're currently locked in a battle in the jungle against an unknown foe, and they're pretty freaking scary.
Yes, I was hoping you'd say that. Thank you. Thank you for that. Michael, please introduce yourself to the kids.
Yar, me name be Michael, and I be a pirate of the interwebs. No?
Yeah.
Okay, I'm getting, maybe? I don't know.
You can be whatever you want to be.
Aw.
That's true.
I'm not.
Who are you going to be today? Who are you going to be today?
The important part is I'm Michael. I'm playing Theo, who is currently having a bad time as he is surrounded by weird energy whisper murder spirits.
Ooh.
Something
Whisper.
like that. I don't know. It's not friendly, man. I don't like it. I'm sorry.
They've been stealing your ability score points.
It's not great.
Cool.
I need those to not die.
Yeah.
Especially the Constitution.
That's an important one. Well, I guess we'll see what happens. Maybe this fella here will save the day. None other than Kirk, Kai Whimsy.
Me.
Yeah, you.
Hey, how's it going, everybody? I'm Kirk. I'm also known as Kai Whimsy. Also known as Kai Whims. Also known as Byron Hern. Also known as Dr. McKillingutty. Also known as Kirk the Jerk. If we're going all the way back to kindergarten.
Wow.
There's a story.
Yeah, there's poor guy.
Yeah.
The muted man, we like to call him.
I was a devil child. It's not my fault.
Oh, really?
I was a child. Anyways, moving on.
I never guessed that.
Tonight, I'm really looking forward to saving the day. It's kind of what I'm known for.
Mm-hmm.
I've done it numerous times. I saved the day when we fought the Mosengi in Cybrid Isle. I saved the day when Eren was subjected to a servitude with the devil. That's a spoiler, actually. I'm sorry.
Spoiler from like 3 seasons ago.
No, the future when I save Eren.
Oh, it hasn't happened yet.
I also I saved Rhunnar's life numerous times. I can't even count all the times. Just 2 episodes ago, I saved him.
We're not keeping score, though.
Yeah.
Not trying to brag.
I think somebody is keeping score.
Yeah.
I think I'm up to 36 wins.
Keeping a journal.
That's all I got, everybody.
He is a journaler. He's got a mood board of all the times he's saved your ass. All right, thank you, Kirk. Glad you're here to save the day. Let's move over to, last but not least, Ashley.
Hey, everybody. I'm Ashley, Minnesota Muse 99 on Twitter. And I am playing Feyre Evenstar, the half-elf 10th level glamour bard. And I am currently holding out a magical effect to try to protect all these guys, but we are getting spanked on this particular battle. Yeah, right?
Yeah, unexpectedly. I think you guys are going to be fine as long as you win. So there we go. Yeah. That's my suggestion. Really quick, I want to give a massive shout out to CZRPG, our campaign sponsor. Christian and his team at CZRPG put together third-party 5th editions Dungeons & Dragons supplements all kinds of things like full game settings. We played the Island of Endless Fog not too long ago. Michael ran us through that. That was super fun. Great setting, a lot of great lore. They have a bunch of different maps that you can get on Drive Through RPG and the DM's Guild. They've got character options, backstory type stuff for characters. They've got all kinds of great stuff. And tonight, my friends, we're giving away a copy of Urban Encounters and Quests. Now, actually, this one is system agnostic, so you can use this in any fantasy game that you're playing in. There's 26 pages of egregiously laid out, amazing artwork, 6 detailed encounters, a ton of battle maps. You guys know how they do it. And this could be yours tonight. All you have to do is type !drawing into the chat, and you'll be entered to win. We're going to draw the winner at the end of the stream. So please stick around for that. And we also want to give a huge shout out to our stream sponsor, Old Goat Beard Company. I've got some Old Goat in right now. I've got the cherry tobacco, and it smells oh so good. We're going to be giving away a vial of their small batch handcrafted beard oil, because Andy and his wife have been so gracious enough to sponsor our stream and hang out with us. And Andy's played in games with us. Ashley and I got to play with Andy in a game, the Cloud Caves, in which everybody leapt to their death, and it was a total party kill, and it was not my fault. But
it was
anyways,
memorable, though. Memorable.
Yes, it was. We will never forget, will we, Ty? All right. It was your idea, buddy. Okay, so thank you to our sponsors. Enter to win, !drawing. No, just drawing. And you will be entered to win. Thank you, everybody, for being here. Big shout out to Techie Woman's Ghosts. It is their birthday, so happy birthday to you. We are thrilled and honored that you're hanging out with us tonight. So thank you for that. Yeah, the honey whiskey is really nice. Yee. So, honey and whiskey. I mean, come on, it's good stuff. All right, enough of me rambling. Let's get into a little bit of, I guess you could call it a recap of what happened during the last episode, my friends. In our last episode, the Deg Gang said their goodbyes to Captain Vincent Solana and made landfall in Fort South Azure, where they found a small settlement that was completely and utterly abandoned. Nobody was there ready to hassle you for your dock fees. Nobody was there to take your money and pour you drinks. Nobody was there at all. You spent time investigating the quiet town. You found nothing to suggest a struggle. Instead, you found a well-worn single-file footpath heading out of the fort and into the dense foliage of the Amedio Jungle. As night fell, you decided to fall back to your ship and investigate further the following day. Smart move. During his watch that night, Rhunar detected an ominous glow originating in the jungle to the southeast. And the next day, the party set out to investigate, because that's what you do in Dungeons & Dragons. You look for trouble, I think. Along the way, you passed through the fort, you passed through a series of small farmsteads, and you followed the tracks into the dense jungle. And after a few hours of travel, you began to encounter broken branches, massive treetops that had crashed onto the footpath in front of you. Theo wanted to investigate, so he climbed up into the canopy to search for answers, discovering a line of broken and burned trees that extended into the visible horizon. Back on the ground, the party continued forward. You began to find more and more burned debris, and you determined that the tracks that you'd been following kind of veered off in the direction of the same vector that this burned line of trees was converging on. The shadows were growing long as the day crept on. You delved deeper into the jungle, deciding to continue on to investigate, following the tracks until you emerged from the foliage to find yourself in a burned clearing, buzzing, crackling with electric energy. At the center of the clearing, you found a series of small craters surrounding a larger, much brighter, glowing crater. And as you approach the craters, I think Rhunar might have thrown a rock at one of the crystals. I think that happened. And you are set upon by strange amorphous entities of pure energy, feigning a humanoid structure. The entities lashed out at you with crackling energy, and the battle began. Now, we pick up mid-combat, you guys, and your situation, I'm not going to lie, is looking a little grim. The energy of the crystals has surged to defend themselves against you, spawning energy creatures that have seemingly surrounded you. Especially Theo has taken the brunt of the attacks. some of his ability scores being drained, which is not a good thing. We're going to pick up at the top of the order. Byron, it is your turn. You've just watched as your companion Theo has taken a massive hit, or 2 or 3 electrical charged attacks. What would you like to do? Can you, as you mentioned before, Kirk, save the day?
Oh yeah, I'm about to save the day.
Yeah.
The first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to look at Theo. I'm going to look over at Rhunar. I'm going to look at Feyre. I'm going to realize how doomed we all are. And I'm going to scream at the top of my lungs, Theo! War crime, do the war crime, do the war crime! And I'm going to run up and I'm going to try and draw all their attention, and I'm going to just kind of... Yeah, I'm gonna get in there. I'm gonna get in there right next to Theo, yelling war crime, and I'm gonna stab the one next to me.
Okay. You will have advantage as it is flanked.
But before I stab, I'm gonna whisper to my dagger how glorious and sharp it is. I'm gonna tell it it's especially good looking today.
It's very, very nice. It's a lot of dice. What does that all mean?
That was
does it all
definitely a
mean?
misclick. Don't just ignore all those.
Yeah, I'm not sure what just happened there.
Kirk dropped all of his dice on the table.
You can do that?
I guess.
Apparently.
I was hoping for an outcome.
Well, he figured it out. There we go.
Ba-da-ba-da-ba-dum.
24 to hit.
24 to hit for 27 damage. Plus an additional
24
D4.
is definitely going to hit.
Said 4, I meant 8. It's a 3 extra, so 30 damage.
Yeah, as you
Wow.
drive your blink dagger into it and you cut through its energy, it sort of surges and swirls around your beautiful blade, and then the energy just spikes back to the nearest crystalline structure in one of these craters, and it disappears.
Perfect. And then I'm going to look at Theo now that there's nothing between us and be like, war crime.
Hit the fucking stones.
Anything else, Byron?
Bonus action, disengage.
Okay.
That's all my movement.
All right. That brings us to Feyre.
Okay, so now when we're seeing the energy zip back to different locations, is there anything physical there? Like,
I think from where you are, you can see that these smaller craters are also glowing. They have a much lessened glow than the one at the center of this clearing, but they are glowing themselves. But basically, what happens is it dissipates the energy of those creatures' forms, and it just goes back to the crystals. But you
Okay.
don't see the creatures anymore. You just kind of see the glow of the crystals in those craters. So like here and here, if you can see my pings, there are 2 craters nearby you.
and there's something in that crater?
I would say, yeah, roll a perception check for me.
Okay.
There is some 3-dimensionality to these craters, so they are below the surface of the ground.
16.
A 16 would allow you to be able to tell that there are crystals. There is a glowing crystal inside that crater.
Okay. Cool. I'm going to move my spiritual weapon over towards the closest one of those, which is this guy.
Okay.
And I would like to try to attack the rock with the spiritual weapon.
Okay, so you use your bonus action to attack with your spiritual weapon.
Correct.
All right, let's do it.
All right. And that is... Oh, it does have a button. Yeah.
No.
Ugh. That would
What
be a
Very good
natural
button.
one.
What happened
Um,
there? Ah!
I pressed the button that said spiritual weapon
What's-
on my character sheet, and
What's
it
the
gave
AC
me a
though?
1.
You know, you rolled a lot of natural ones on Monday too.
Dude,
Yeah,
I
what's
think
going
it's
on?
The
mad at
dice
me.
are angry.
Yeah,
What is
the
the
dice
AC
gods.
for a rock though?
You don't know.
I mean,
But I
technically, it's a
Higher
10
than 10?
with that natural 1, but it's still a natural 1.
Yeah, it does miss. I'm afraid.
Okay.
Sadly.
Then let me just see.
Sometimes AC isn't so much that it's a miss, but that it just doesn't do damage even if it kind of hits. You can kind of think about it that way sometimes too.
Who looks the worst out of my friendos?
Definitely Theo.
Okay.
Yeah.
Is that just the draining, or is that hit points as
Oh
well?
no, I still took like 30 or 40 points of damage on top of losing 20 hit points off my total.
Yikes. Okay.
Sorry about that.
Then I will
Are you?
cast Cure Wounds on you.
Don't you have to
Yeah.
touch me for that?
I do. So I will move here.
I do not recommend. Okay.
And
Get up in there.
I will
Woozy.
touch you and cast Cure Wounds
Just a little nose boop. Just
at 3rd level.
Yep, thanks, Christian. I see your message. We did tally up the advantages, so we do have advantages on the board here.
Mhm.
That'll be
There we
22
go.
points of healing.
Wow. That's
gets me
amazing.
back up to reasonably high at my new constitution change number.
All right.
Ouch.
That brings us to Theo.
Well, oh the lolly.
Pretty much.
This here's a bit of a kerfuffle. Definitely a thing. So just to make sure we're efficient, no one has actually hit the meaner looking dude to the northwest of Theo's marker, have they?
I thought so, but I could be wrong. He's moved around a bit. I don't.
It doesn't. It would appear as though that one, although it's really hard to tell because these things do not have physical forms, and this one is different than the other one, so it's a little hard to tell if you're comparing. So it'd be pretty tough for you to know.
Dave, could you move my spiritual weapon to that crater
You got it.
that's only like 3 squares away?
Yep.
All right. Actually, it's important for the hit points. So I'm going to, as a bonus action, Theo's going to outstretch his hand and do the Wrath of the Blade Bearer at the wispy, angry thing to the south, right next to Feyre, which lets me crit more and do more damage to it. Hooray! And then in a move that will shock no one, he's going to attack that one.
Okay. I'm gonna give that a little marker. All right.
That is a 24 to hit,
That will hit.
and the damage total ends up being... what's my proficiency bonus this level? Holy hell.
4?
4.
4, so that's 24 points of damage.
24 points of damage.
24 points of damage.
Wow. That's with the hex?
That is with the wrathy hexy thingy.
Yeah, the Wrath of the Blade Bearer. Okay, so 24. It's still there, but the energy as you cut through it with Kalistani sort of seems to almost draw the energy to the blade, that as you swing through it, and as the blade leaves this creature, it seems to be much lessened in its size.
Then we
But
get
it's
hit
still
again.
there. It's still there. Yeah, give it another shot.
Does an 18 hit?
It does.
That is 30 points of damage.
Similar to the one that Byron just hit earlier, it flashes out of existence, and what's left of the energy sort of makes its way hurriedly back to the nearest gem, the nearest crystal, as it disappears from the battlefield.
The upside is, with that thing dead, I immediately get hit points equal to me Warlock level plus Charisma, which is 15 more.
Very nice.
Unfortunately, I don't get all 15 because of my my Constitution being down.
Do you want to move or anything?
Moving is just going to get me attack of opportunity, so I'm going to kind of hold here. I've used any bonus action I might have. That is all I've got right now.
All right, brings us to Captain Deg.
All right. I'm going to
You guys rolled great initiative.
move here.
Okay.
And I'm going to drop my bow and pull out my scimitar and attack this one next to me. And I will use my advantage that was so graciously given to me last week. Okay. Here we go. Turn that off. All right, here we go. $29 to hit
Absolutely. That hits.
for 9 slashing.
Okay. And that's with your magical scimitar?
Yes.
Okay, yeah, you cut through it, and some of the electrical energy that forms this weird shape just kind of like spits off into the darkness.
Yeah, all right, I'll take my extra attack.
Hell yeah.
$23 to hit.
Oh, yeah, that'll
another
hit for sure.
7.
Nice. 7 more damage. Okay, it's still there, but again, you cut through it with the same effect. This electrical energy kind of like just spitting off and dissipating the darkness around you. For 7. Okay.
And then with that, I'm going to move here.
Okay. All right. Is that the end of your turn?
Yes.
Okay. So it is my turn. I need everybody to make a, let's see. Actually, give me Rhunar, give me a D10 roll,
Hey.
please.
Eight.
Not like that.
6 balls of energy come out of nowhere within the light that's surrounding these gems. I need
There's gotta be-
Constitution. I need Constitution saves, please.
There's got to be an off switch, you guys.
I know, right?
You'd
I
think.
thought it would be the central bad guy.
I will burn another advantage.
Con save.
Mm-hmm. Ooh.
Yeah, I would like to burn at advantage as well.
Okay.
20. Dirty 20.
Mine is technically a 16.
Okay. I was like, that
just-
wasn't 2 1s, was it? No, it
We
wasn't.
just-
It was 1 1
the dice-
and 119.
Yeah, the dice showed 2 1s, but you didn't actually roll 2 1s.
That was
Jeez.
cruel.
Sometimes the dice on roll 20
Oh,
just
man.
show weird
I almost
things.
feel like we should start listening to the dice.
Get away!
Because that
Easy
would
for
be
you to
how
say.
many natural ones in the last
Everybody's
couple
snake
days.
eyes.
It's a lot of them. It's a lot of them. All right, so let's see. Everybody is saves, so that's good. Everybody will take half of this. So instead of 6, you'll take 3 force
Wait.
damage.
Now, Is this a magical spell or magical
It's a magical effect.
effect?
Yep.
So we all had an advantage on that. And then if we would have taken half, we don't take any.
Yeah, nice.
So, okay.
We don't take any damage.
Circle of power.
So that
All right,
means you
so
didn't
then
need to
I'll
burn. You did
yeah, I'll
not need
take
to
my
burn
advantage
your. Yep. And Theo did not need to burn his.
Oh, well.
I'll roll again just in case.
In case you beat a natural 20. All right, so you don't take any damage. But Rhunar, as you're scanning back towards the central crater, you do see that the creature that you'd shot with your bow, with the magical bowstring, it sort of resurges from the energy.
What?
Yep. And
We've got to hit the crystals.
All right.
Move.
But now we're engaged with like 20 dudes.
Well, I'd been charging and hoping you guys would take care of the crystals.
It's going to make a temporal bolt shot at Feyre.
Okay. Because last game I activated my Grave Ward armor,
Okay.
I have advantage on advantage on against aberrations, celestials, elementals, fae, fiends, and undead. So if they try to attack me, they have disadvantage on attack.
Okay, so this will be made at disadvantage.
Best effect in the game.
Yeah, it's pretty rad. A 12? I don't think that hits you.
No.
It'll take a second shot at you, also with disadvantage. A 16?
Does not hit me.
Ooh,
Thanks to that
okay,
ring.
it misses twice. Very cool. All right, and then... Oh, man. That's great. All right, so the strange entity, Theo, that is to your upper right is going to move in like this and is going to attempt another vivisect attack. I think because of you, it has disadvantage because you have the
I am
do you have
basically
again?
always rocking protection from good and evil.
That's right. You have the torque. So that's a natural 1. So that misses. The one to your north is going to do the same thing at disadvantage. Oh, I rolled 25 and 25. So you take 6 force damage.
Yeah, that'll hit.
And then roll a d4 for me. And a d6. So this is the guy. These are the guys that drain the ability scores, which is garbage.
Oh
so
my
this
God.
is. Oh, you rolled a 4.
I rolled a 2 and a 4.
So a 2 on the d6. So this is a
So it's
dex
dexterity
based.
down by 4.
Yep. And then this one is going to. This guy here, the one that looks a little bit different, is going to attack Rhunar. And it's going to make a spatial slice attack. Is there any reason why it's not a straight roll on you, Rhunar?
I don't know. Do I get any protection from any of those things? It would just be that circle of power if that gives me any kind of protection from this.
I don't
but
think on
don't
attack
so.
rolls.
Yeah.
But I only rolled an 8, so I don't think that's going to work.
Nope, that misses.
It is going to, however, teleport using its condensed space. And it's going to come over on this side of the battlefield. The one that is south of Feyre is going to make a vivisect against her at disadvantage. 17?
That does hit.
13 force damage.
Okay.
I need to make a constitution save or a concentration save to maintain your circle of power.
Hold on a second. All right. 13 force. And then a con save. And I will take the advantage on this one.
Okay.
Wait, hold on a second. Sorry, where's the concentration?
Just a constitution saving throw.
It's constitution saving?
Yep.
Okay, sorry. My brain.
No worries.
Nice.
Natural
20.
20. I think you're maintaining your concentration on that epic spell.
Okay.
So you're good there. Let's see. I did hit you for 13 force damage, and I do need you to make. That was your concentration save. I do need you to make a. Oh, roll a d6 and a d4, please.
Oh boy.
As you get drained.
Oh,
God, these things suck.
Yeah, they do.
wait. So even though, okay, because it hit me
It
with the
hit you.
force, it also took that.
Yep.
That additional. Okay.
So roll me a
These-
d6, and that'll determine which. So this is going to be strength based,
Okay.
and it's a d4.
Oof.
So 3 points down on your strength.
Ooh.
And this one's gonna move in and attack Rhunar. Same idea. A 19?
Yeah, that hits.
You don't have your shield up, huh?
Nope.
11 force damage. And roll a d6 and a d4, please. So intelligence. Down by 3 points. Oh no. Rhunar. I'm sorry,
He's
it's
got-
not funny.
Markedly dumber. All right.
Yeah. But the good news is that's the end of my turn. So we're back at the top of the order with Byron.
Thank God.
I am going to bonus action dash.
Say it one more time.
I'm going to bonus action dash.
Okay. Your audio got really low for some reason.
Yeah.
You might need to adjust your mic.
It might just be because I didn't pick it up.
Okay.
Better when I hold it like this.
Absolutely. Much
Oh
better.
yeah. All right. So I just dashed 40 feet. I
Yeah.
definitely am going to receive an attack of opportunity if they can do that.
They can. Remind me where you were to start with?
I was next to Feyre on her left.
Okay. So you'll get 1 attack of opportunity. A 9 is not going to hit you.
Nope.
Okay.
Now that I am at this crystal next to a glowing loot, that I'm like,
It's pink and sparkly.
what the? Okay. All right. Here we go. I'm going to whisper to my dagger again. Oh, my sweet dagger, you can do this. You got to do this. If you don't do this, I'm not going to be a hero. And I told Chad earlier I'd be a hero.
Be a hero.
And I'm going
Let's
to take
see
out
it.
my carpenter's hammer in my other hand. I'm going to lay the dagger onto the crystal and chisel it in with my carpenter's hammer, hitting it
Ooh.
on the hilt
Okay.
like a boss combo attack.
Love it. You want to use one of your advantages?
Well, you betcha. So
All
I have
right.
10. I have
You
10 more feet
betcha.
of movement. If I move on the opposite the loot, does that count as
No.
another player? Okay, that's what I
No.
thought. I'm gonna stay where I am.
Do it.
There's a 20 to hit
20 hits.
for 24 damage plus an additional 1d8.
All right, roll your d8.
So that would be a total
29.
of 29 damage on this crystal thing.
You lay your blink dagger down and you take your mallet and you smack down on it super hard, and the blade goes in and just shatters the crystal. It breaks it right open and it shatters into a bunch of pieces, and the glow goes out on that crystal. Roll a d10 for me.
Roll a 10. Oh.
Got a 2.
All right, so you watch as the crystal just to the north also smashes and goes out, which you can't see on this stream, but
Oh, yeah.
It is up to this area right here. There we go. Anything else, Byron?
I will look back at my compatriots and be like, "Here I am to save the day."
All right. Beautiful song. Maybe not as good as what Farah can do, but we'll see. Farah, it is your turn. Do you respond with lyric?
No. Did that seem to do anything? Like, other than, I mean, 2 of the crystals went out.
Well, they spawn from those things.
Okay.
Just so
My little loot only moves like 20 squares a turn, and it
20
can
feet,
only
yeah.
be within, it has to be within 30 feet of me, I believe, to move. So that's gonna take a while to get anywhere.
You could
You
come
could get
back
this
and
guy.
hit this guy.
Yeah, I think I'll have to do that. I
then
wanted to go
free up.
for a crystal, but okay.
just saying.
Yeah. Bring it back down to this guy, and we'll have it take a swing at the one that's touching Rhunar.
Are you not able to move it?
Nope.
Okay.
Okay. And so that's my bonus action. Oh, sorry, I've got advantage. Just regular. Is this 12 hit? Man, it's rolling bad.
12 does not hit.
That's painful. Okay. I have a question about Greater Restoration. If I cast Greater Restoration, does it cure everything all at once, or no?
What does it say?
It says,
And one of the following effects. So it can end a charmed, a petrified, a curse.
no, Greater Restoration.
Yeah, that's what I'm looking
No,
at.
but-
You can reduce the
oh,
target's
okay.
exhaustion level by 1, or end one of the following effects.
Charm Petrified.
You can any reduction to one of the target's ability scores is a key one that stands out.
Yeah, one of the target's ability scores. So it's not everything. So if you're have multiple ability scores going down, it's
You could
no good.
address one of those problems. Yep.
Okay.
That's pretty powerful.
I only have. Oh, I might need to wait on that. Okay. I am going to instead. Can't do that. All right, I'm just gonna cast another. All right, who else is doing bad? Rhunar or Theo?
Theo's
you guys are
by far
fine?
the worst.
Theo's the worst.
All right, then I will cast another Cure Wounds at 3rd. Okay, so that is 15 hit points.
It's only down about 10, but I'll take it.
Take it.
Nice. All right. Do you want to move or anything, Farah?
Actually, I will, because 5, 10, 15, 20, 25.
A lot of measuring going on right now.
I know. Actually, you know what? I'm not going. I don't know. I don't want to move too far away because everybody's in my radius. They have to stay within 30 feet of me. And currently, Byron is still within 30 feet of me. So
You gonna just stay put then?
then I'll stay put.
All right, Theo, it's your turn. Something's gonna happen because you're measuring like crazy.
Yeah, just trying to figure something out. So Theo is in fact going to reverse his grip on Kalistani and make a little ball of light in his hand that comes from the pommel, and it disappears and reappears at. I can't get it to ping for some reason. Some kind of move Theo as a placeholder.
You gotta
You have to
click
go to
the
a
arrow.
different. Yep, click the arrow instead of
Yeah,
the
you're still on the
measuring tool.
measuring tool.
Yeah, I've got the arrow picked, and it's not letting me ping.
This
So,
guy?
Ping over here.
Yep, that's it's not pinging. It's not showing a ping to me if it happens. Am I pinging?
No.
Yes. Are you purple?
No.
Nope, that's
No,
me.
that's Dave.
He's white.
No,
All
So
right,
I'm gonna move Theo as a placeholder to here,
okay.
because that is the center of the 30-foot radius dome, if you will, hemisphere or sphere of radiant energy that erupts. There we
Okay.
go.
All right.
As just whoom, like straight up movie special effect there.
love
And
it.
it is Sickening Radiance, which I already dropped. Dim bluish light spreads within 30 feet radius centered on the point. But when a creature moves into the spell's area for the first time in a turn or starts their turn there, Constitution saving throw or take 4d10 radiant damage and suffer a level of exhaustion.
And you said
so
it has
it
a
is
30-foot?
Yep. So
Yep,
it is,
so
for the record, the 3 over
three.
here
Got it.
and both crystals.
Got it.
Oh.
And that is an action. As a bonus action. And he's not moving because of attacks of opportunity, so I'm holding there and done.
All right, good round. Rhunar.
Okay, I'm going to move here and continue to attack this guy.
Mm-hmm.
Come on.
Come on now. Oof,
I don't
that
know what that
misses. You swing through it and just miss the core, the energy core.
I'm gonna expend my last superiority die to
Bump it up.
make that a precision attack.
Bump up the jam.
Mm-hmm. Oh, does a 15 hit?
Negativo, my friend. Negativo.
All right, extra attack.
Yup. Oh, now Byron's measuring.
22 to hit
Shit's gonna get crazy now. Yeah, that hits.
for 10 slashing.
As you cut through it on the second swing, the energy swirls and dissipates and disappears.
Okay.
Leaving a gem underneath it. Or a crystal, excuse me.
Yeah, I'd like to bend down and pick up my bow
Okay.
and move. So I already used 5 feet of movement. I'm going to move. Right there.
Okie dokes. All right, that brings us to the energy creatures. All right, so we've got 3 of the creatures that are within your sickening radiance, Theo. So as you said, they take some damage. I need a con save for them, right? So let's see. Con
Deedly
save.
doodly. Hold on.
Con save for...
DC 10 million. I mean 17.
Con save for the big guy. 12.
That's a fail.
Con save for the one directly to your right. A natural one. And
Probably
a
failed.
con save for the one to the south of you about 10 feet. A natural 20. Hey.
Oh.
All
Well, he
right.
got lucky.
Yep, he did. So 4d10 radiant damage.
The damage total is 21, half to 10 for that guy, and all of the ones that failed their saving throw take a level of exhaustion. One
Is it
level of
half-
exhaustion
is it-
doesn't matter too much. It's when you start getting into 2 and 3 that
Yeah.
it becomes shitty.
Just
And
can you clarify for me real quick? Is it half damage on a successful?
It is
I'm not
half
seeing
damage
that.
on a fail. Wait, hold on.
No, on a success.
Must
I think
succeed.
On a success.
I don't think it is. I don't see that.
No,
Unless
yeah,
I'm-
you're right. It's
Are-
that is a save and nothing happens spell.
So the one to your right blinks out as the
Ah,
radiance shimmers and fights with the energy. The various energies interact with each other, and well, the sickening one is the one that wins that battle. And then the big
Sick
guy is going to take, what was the total damage? 21. All right. Which substantially diminishes that creature's energy aura that it's giving off. It is going to take a level of exhaustion. I'm going to give it this, let's see. I'm going to give it the radioactive. Remind me if I forget that that's what that means, because sometimes I put those on there and I'm like, what the hell was that
The fuck was this for?
All right, so that's the beginning of their turn. They are going to move. So this one is going to move towards Byron, who's attacking its crystals. And is going to make some attacks.
How much movement does it have?
More than I used.
Yeah, no, speed isn't halved until second level of exhaustion. Yeah.
Right.
Oh.
Yeah, it's disadvantage on saving
Ability
throws,
checks.
Or ability checks. It's going to fire a couple of temporal bolts at you, Byron, as it comes coming towards you, firing away. An 8 is not going to hit you on the first one. Oops, wrong button.
Okay, never mind.
What?
Oh no, I was thinking of some other spell effect.
And these are at disadvantage because Byron is still within your magic
Yes,
circle, right?
Yes, he is still within 30 feet of magic circle, so he gets the circle of power effects.
Circle of power. There we go. That's what I was trying to remember. And that is a disadvantage on attacks against him.
Magical effects, I believe.
Magical effects.
Magical effects.
I think.
And magic
let's see.
and abilities. Hold on, where is that back?
Well, I think I've been sort of treating these as magical. So we'll call it a 14 with disadvantage. I think that misses you as well. Is that correct, Kirk?
Oh, yes. Oh,
Okay.
yes. 14
All right.
misses.
All right. Let's see. There's going to be a guy moving in. The bigger one is going to attack Feyre. It's going to have advantage because of it has pack tactics, but because of your circle power, it's going to be a straight roll. It is going to spatial slice you. Try to, anyways. 24 for 9 force damage, as you feel this surge of energy that just kind of cuts right through you like a blade. Doesn't leave any wounds, but it saps your energy. And then the one to your south is going to attack you. Let's see. And that one is the Vivisect. That's not a good one. Just a disadvantage, though. 13 is not going to hit you, I'm pretty sure. And then the one to the north of Theo is going to have advantage, but disadvantage because of Feyre's effects, so it's going to be a straight roll. Uh, 19 is going to hit you, I think, for 7 force damage to Theo. I do need you to roll a d6 and a d4 as it saps more of your energy.
Oh no.
One off the charisma.
Okay. Damn. Let's see. That is that. Let me just double check something. Feyre, give me a d4 roll, please.
Two.
All right. So, we have 2 more of these creatures spawn at a distance from you. 5, 10, And they're moving in to converge on your location. That is the end of their turn. It is
That
Byron's
kid
turn.
that spawned in the south is inside the sickening radiance.
Right.
Go ahead and give me a roll for damage on that one. Or actually, no, I roll a con save. That's right.
Correct.
16?
Fails. Need to hit a 17, so it takes 20 points of damage and a level of exhaustion.
Okay. That
And
is.
are the crystals
pretty
taking
bad.
damage from this?
They did on their turn.
Okay, I was wondering.
Although they can't really make a con save. They don't have a save
Yes,
throw.
like I don't
so.
know how they
Yeah, I'm gonna
adjudicate
say
that.
I'm gonna say they don't, because they're not really. I think you just need to go smash them. Is what you need to do. But this guy is he comes barreling out and just gets sapped, and is not looking good. He's half the man he used to be. And he's got that's not the same one. And that is the end of their turn.
All right.
So it is Byron's turn.
All right, it's
There
my
we go.
turn. I'm going to whisper to my dagger some sweet, kind words. I'm going to pull it back, and I'm going to jump up in the air and drive it into this giant guy in front of me.
Hi, Andy. Hey, Silver Red Fox Gaming. Good
And
to see you
I'm
guys.
going to burn another advantage.
Do it. That's your last one.
Five to hit for
Nice.
29 damage, plus 1d8.
Yep, go ahead and roll the d8. This is on the big guy, right?
Oh yeah, 30 damage on the big guy.
Okay.
So after I do that, I will dash as a bonus action.
The big guy disappears as you cut through him with your dagger, and all the energy sort of absorbs into your dagger for a moment and then spits out and goes back to the central crater.
Oh wow. Okay. So here's a weird question. Because I used my booming blade and it was shrouded in the booming energy, would it take that booming energy back to the main crystal with it?
No.
Darn. I was hoping. All right.
It's a good question,
dash.
Dash away, my friend.
And I'm going to run up to the crystal.
In the spell. You're in the spell. You're in the spell.
Oh.
Can you move up a little? You
Um,
still have a little bit of movement.
let me redo that. I would see the spell. I wouldn't run into it intentionally.
You can definitely see the spell.
Ooh, you might not be able to.
Yeah, I
What is
just
it,
locked
30
out the
feet?
whole crystal because I was hoping it would actually do damage to the crystals.
This one up here is.
Yep,
Saying
there's one to
screw
the
it.
north.
I'm running in. I'm running
There.
into the spell. I'm going for the crystal.
Gutsy.
Oh,
I'm here to save the day. I don't have time. I'm gonna
It's
roll a
probably-
con save.
To be honest, it's probably better than facing these things.
It's fast death versus slow death.
Yep. Uh-oh.
What was that?
Roll damage.
Oh, no! Guys, come on.
Did you have any advantage left?
What does it take to drop that sickening radiance? Does it take an action?
I can do it whenever I want.
But does it
Don't
have to be
do
on your
it.
turn, or can you do it as a reaction? I'm wondering.
Whatever the standard rules are for dropping a spell, I assume it's on my turn, though. That is a bit of spell I'm not certain about.
I'll look it up.
No, okay. I'm gonna make this a little easier because I don't want Theo to have to make this decision. I'm gonna go for that northern crystal.
You can end concentration at any time, no action required.
So, does Byron want to commit to going in there?
He did.
Then yeah,
Yeah.
the spell drops.
Okay. So you do not. If you see him moving in, we'll say that you do. He doesn't take the damage because
Just
the
a
spell
little
dissipates.
bug to the light bulb.
Just thinking, I don't want my friends to die.
I did not know that
Roll
about
for this
dropping
crystal.
spells. I thought you had to do it on your turn, but that's cool.
I wasn't entirely sure myself.
The more you know, folks. That's what we're all about here.
That's all I can do though. So I'm gonna pass it on to Favorite.
All right, Feyre, it's your turn.
Okay.
There's a crystal right here, by the way. Just letting you know.
That's a crystal
Yep.
that we need to destroy?
Yep.
It's up to you. You can do whatever you want with it.
Yeah, I am going to reach out to Theo and dimension door us to the center.
Ooh.
Theo chooses not to resist. His spirit shroud comes with him.
Okay. Yeah, I would like to put us over here. Do you want to put yourself touching me somewhere?
No, thank you. I'm told girls have cooties.
And then I'm gonna give, as a bonus action, I am going to give Theo inspiration and say, like,
Ooh.
come on, you can do it. Break it. Please take a D10.
Ooh, I will take a D10 and I will throw it at someone.
That's it for my turn.
Sorry, I totally missed it. How did Theo end up over there?
Dimension door.
Ah, okay.
She can take somebody with her.
Ah, beautiful. Love it. All right, cool. And it just so happens it's Theo's turn.
All right, it is time to smash the forces of this crystal with a big fucking sword. So let's go for that.
Do it.
I'm gonna take an advantage because base principle here
Yeah, you've got plenty of them to use.
is a 15 hit.
A 15 does it hits, but it doesn't exceed the threshold to do damage.
Let's try it again using another advantage.
Okay.
Did you use your
Oh,
your D10?
inspiration.
Your
Can I
inspiration?
use that for attack rolls?
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
I think at her
Then
level,
yes, I will.
yeah. Oh.
Yeah.
It only makes it a 25.
Oh.
I assume that hits.
That's on the last attack?
Correct.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, that does hit.
Because you can see the roll first. Thank you, bards. So that's 17 points of slashing.
Okay. Very cool.
And we're gonna go at it again with the sword. That's still happening. Still
You're
using
gonna
another
use-
advantage.
You can use an advantage. Okay.
Nah,
These rolls.
it's a 15. So that's done.
Yep, that does not hit, I'm afraid. The first
and
one
I
did,
don't
though.
and I don't have any fun bonus actions to go with that. So we're done. Next.
All right. Rhunar, where
All
are
right,
you? Oh, yeah, you're over there.
I'm over here.
You might want to get in the circle.
Get in the fight,
Well,
man.
that's not really an option anymore. Way too much movement. I'm going to move here.
Rhunar is staying as far away as possible.
And I'm going to make a bow attack against the big crystal.
Okay.
Now, I'm going to use sharpshooter, but I don't have advantage or any superiority dice left. So,
Nope.
Here
just
goes
a
nothing.
straight sharpshooter shot.
yep. Let's roll high. Come on.
Let's do this.
$20 to hit
Ooh, yeah, that definitely hits.
for 24 damage.
24. Wow. Okay.
Nice.
Very nice.
Extra attack. Same big rock.
hit the rock. Oh.
Son of.
That one glances off, almost hitting Byron.
Hey,
All right. Yep. No, that's it.
All right. Let's see. Farah, give me a D10 roll, please.
Nine.
What?
All right. So Farah, Byron, and Theo, I need a Let's see. Hold on. Constitution saving throw, please.
Okay.
You get
Against
advantage on these, right?
a spell?
Yep. We have been calling it
Yep,
a
you
spell
get advantage
effect.
on it.
Keeping my first
I'll
roll,
take
which
a
is a
19.
15.
Theo and Byron are good.
20.
Yeah, you guys all succeed as you feel this gravitational pull on each of you, but you're able to sort of stand your ground. And then I need a D4 from Theo.
I got a 1.
Okay. This guy does not have... Actually, none of them have the weird... Oh, no, the other guys would still have the exhaustion. It's just not the sickening radiance. That's right. The exhaustion doesn't go away, does it, Theo? When you drop that
Actually,
spell?
it does. When the spell,
Oh,
like,
does it?
yeah, it does not stick with them.
Okay, got it. All right, so I'm just going to get rid of those so that we don't have to try to remember what they are later.
That spell is very much to go, you don't want to be in this piece of land.
Yep. Okay, so this guy is spawned from the central crystal and is going to attack Byron with a spatial slice.
Oof.
A 20 to hit.
Use a legendary action to resist.
Not natural, but the other die, if I was rolling, if I was rolling with just a straight roll, it would have been a natural 20. But that's going to be 8 force damage to you. I don't think you get legendary resistance until like level 12, maybe.
Not until you become a lich.
Here. The rest of these guys are going to move towards the center.
No.
Using all of their movement. This guy can actually move. He doesn't have to use all his movement.
Too much.
Hold on. This guy can then teleport. And this guy, they all start converging in. Except for this guy. This guy's going to teleport and then move and come at Rhunar with an attack. I think it's just a straight attack now, right? Because he's out of the effect of your power circle of power. That'll be a 22 to hit.
That wasn't protecting me from attacks.
That'll be a 22 to hit for 6 force damage.
Okay.
And that is their turn. It's Byron's turn.
Get that rock.
Keep going after the
Going
crystal,
to
man.
take my
Hit that rock!
Parker hammer out again, and I'm gonna chisel this rock to pieces.
Unless you can like teleport out of here if you want to run, but yeah, it's their choices: run or don't run.
We're breaking this thing.
Okay.
Probably worth something.
That's really what it's about.
For him, it probably is.
19 to hit for
19 hits.
24 damage.
Okay. You chisel into it and chip off a big chunk that just falls deeper into the crater.
Okay.
24 total. Okay.
No, 29 total. Oh, sorry, I'm looking at old damage. Sorry.
Come on, man.
Gotta go with the new
Scroll
new
down.
damage,
I had to
brah.
scroll down.
You're so like 4 minutes ago, man.
I know. Sorry.
Yeah.
Anything else from Byron?
Bonus action. I'm going to move over next to Feyre.
Bonus action.
Disengage.
Disengage? Okay, thank you. All right, Feyre, it's your turn.
Okay. I am going to. I think that Theo has a better shot of doing this, so I am going to reach into my pocket and throw some diamond dust at him and cast Greater Restoration on his con.
Nice.
So his con goes back up.
Goes back to normal. Yep.
I just gained 20 hit points. It was actually a healing spell.
Whoa.
And then I will again give him encouragement. You can do this, and I will give him Bardic Inspiration again for a D10. That's
All right. All right, Theo, it's your turn. You have Bardic Inspiration. What would you like to do with it?
Dance, magic dance. Magic jump. No, I'm a whale on a crystal.
Yeah.
So here we
Correct.
go. This fucking crystal. I'm gonna burn another advantage.
Okay.
It's 24 hit.
24 hits.
So only 9 points of slashing there, and I've got one more attack and one more advantage. So we're gonna try everything. Chuck, I swear to God.
Chuck is jumping into the chat.
Does 17 hit?
17 hits.
And because I can't wait to another turn to crit fish, I'm gonna blow my last spell slot and Eldritch Smite for
Ooh.
Yeah,
only 68 plus 2 damage.
that's great.
Is that 70?
Mm-hmm.
Is that what 68 plus 2 is?
No,
Let's
it
hope
ends
so.
up being 23. 33 points of force damage as the sword comes down and just blazes with
Oh.
arcane anger.
Thanks for the cheer.
68. I see.
Yeah.
Rhunar and Byron each have an advantage from Techie Woman's Ghost.
Oh, thank you.
Ooh,
Thank you.
I'm gonna spend that on another attack.
Rhunar and Byron. What
And
was the
it
total
knocks-
damage, Theo?
33 force. And it would knock it prone if it were not already prone.
Yeah,
That's-
that crystal is prone AF already. And my friends, as you swing down in it, tell me, how do you crush this crystal?
It is just straight up point down, driving it in like, the sword in the stone, except this time the sword explodes.
The sword does?
Or the stone. Why not? We'll see what happens. Hopefully the stone at least.
Let's give it a 50-50 chance. Roll a D100. Let's see if the
Oh my
see if the
God.
sword explodes. This is great. I never thought about this.
Oh,
I don't think that's the way that spell works.
I got a 5.
And Theo, you got a 5. Okay, the sword does not explode, luckily. However, the stone does. It explodes in a fiery blast of radiant energy. You are all thrown backwards about 10 feet. And as that happens, all of the energy creatures that are hovering and are swarming in on you are basically pulled apart. Their energy is stretched thin as each of the satellite crystals smashes and breaks, and they dissipate, and the night goes dark as there's no more glow coming from this crater. anymore, my friends.
I fucking hate comets.
That thing like eat the whole town. Oh my god.
Theo just kind of sits up exhausted and looks around in the crater. Because we didn't actually traverse the distance. We just appeared in the middle of it.
And incidentally, yeah, like you're down below, so Rhunar, you can't really see where they are. But incidentally, Theo, the reductions to your ability checks or ability points, whatever I'm trying to say, you know what I'm trying to say, they're still there. You're still reduced in those effects.
Yep.
Hey, Vamp, thanks for the cheers. Much appreciated. One for everybody.
Hey.
That includes me. That includes me. Thanks, Vamp. What a guy. Appreciate you being here. So, my friends, we are out of initiative. The night has grown dark. If you do not have dark vision, the transition from bright glowing light to darkness is very hard for your eyes to readjust. And so you're going to have a hard time seeing unless you have dark vision.
I has dark vision because I am half of the important race.
I have a fish helmet. That
Hey,
matches
fish
Rhunar's.
I'm also half elf.
We are fish helmet brothers.
We can all see, yeah.
So you're going to pull out and put your fish helmet on? Got it.
Had it on this whole time.
Oh, all right.
Never takes
Had it
off.
under the hood.
Oh my god.
That makes everything that happens even
That's
more
beautiful.
terrifying.
I did.
That's
I did
beautiful.
mention that at the beginning of last session.
I love
we
it.
believe you. You just
Do
blocked
we?
it out on account of the horror.
It's weird.
So
yeah,
you
I
guys
know.
have successfully survived these strange star-fallen creatures, these fragments of Hyakutake, and you stand now in this darkened opening at the center of a crater Rhunar off to the side. We're going to take a quick break, and then we'll come back and find out what you guys do next. I want to make sure that I remind everybody that, oh, there's a hype train that's close, so that's cool. Thanks for doing that, everybody. I also want to, what am I going to say? Oh yeah, we are giving some stuff away. So if you want to enter to win the Urban Encounters and Quests from CZRPG, just type !drawing. And also we're going to be giving away some more beard oil from our friends at Old Goat Beard Company. So make sure that you guys check out that stuff, check out their website, and enter to win, !drawing, get your entry. We're going to take a quick break because we need a bio break, and we will be back in just a few minutes. 5 minutes, okay? 5 minutes. See ya in a bit. You are the most efficient person I know. Hey guys, we're back. It is Beyond Saltmarsh. We're gonna jump back into this game here. The party has, well, first of all, before we jump in, make sure you sign up !drawing to win some stuff from CZRPG and Old Goat Beard Company. We're gonna give away some stuff, and if we get to 1,000 entries in tonight's contest, Vamp Wickman is going to perform a one-man hot dog eating contest live on stream this Saturday. All right, so enter to win. All right, we'll talk about that later, Vamp. You guys have defeated this strange pulsing energy that has emanated out of these craters. You're standing, well, 4 of you are standing, and Rhunar, I would say you can probably approach if you want, but the 4 of you are standing in this crater, and there is just a shattered mess of this crystal. It is dark, and there are no immediate threats. You start to now hear, instead of the crackling and buzzing of the electrical energy that was swirling around the crater, you start to now hear again the calls of birds in the darkness, the sound of insects buzzing about.
Yeah.
What, my friends, do you do now?
I'm going to run up to the edge of the crater so I can see
Okay.
everybody. We
Gonna
got it.
run
There-
around.
Anything else in the crater? Like, I expected bodies. Is there anything?
Roll, are you going to investigate or are you going to perceive?
Well, I'm going to look around to start with.
Roll a quick perception check as you scan. Specifically, you said looking for bodies.
18.
Ooh, nice. You do not see any bodies. However, what you do see is the distinct markings of footprints, humanoid footprints. And you look about, it couldn't have been left by these energy creatures that you were fighting because they weren't making footprints as they were moving. They were sort of almost like levitating as they moved across the battlefield. So you see a jumble of footprints in this crater.
So all the people walked down here.
Did they walk into it or something? I don't get it.
Well, while this is happening, I'm gonna have my bag of holding open on the ground, and I'm gonna be scooping crystals into the bag of holding.
Okay. Roll a D100 for me as you're sort of filling up your bag. Now remember, bags of holding do have a limit on how much you can put in them. 91. 91. Okay. You look at the crystals as you're sort of scooping them with your arm, and you're noticing that they almost look like shards of glass. You might get some scrapes and cuts on your arm. Nothing to be worried about. But as you brush some of them towards your bag of holding, you look down and you see that there is one crystal that's larger than the rest that seems to have like a little bit of light in the center of it. Just a little spark of light that sort of flickers.
Ooh. I'm gonna grab that one and I'm gonna keep it in my hand while I keep scooping more in. And I will point out that my bag of holding has significantly less in it now that I have taken out the blue box.
That's true.
Good
So
point.
there's
That's a very
plenty
good
of
point.
room
Where is the
now.
blue box, by the way? Is that on the ship? Probably on
yeah,
the ship.
where-
Wherever it was open.
One of our
Mhm.
cabins.
Yeah.
All right.
So it's probably in
Runar's
Runar's
cabin.
cabin.
You have picked up a star-fallen trinket.
Ooh,
Ooh.
sounds nice.
Guys, we killed aliens.
It's an alien.
It's
What-
you
what's
guys
that?
know twin things come
Never
down
heard of it.
from the sky in their space flying things. They have
Creatures
wings
from the sky?
Yeah, they have magical carts that fly them through space and land on our planet. We killed the first aliens. This is a first encounter.
I-
killed them.
Do not know many
We
of the
s-
words you were saying.
We slaughtered a meteor.
No, we smashed a meteor. We just slaughtered the things that
Oh.
lived in the meteor.
Yeah.
We killed it.
I don't think we were the first people to encounter this. If you look at the footprints, I mean, maybe the citizens of the town were absorbed.
Do you think they got
I-
out and were
I
able
was-
to tell other people about this?
I was going to ask, but I don't want to stand up yet on the account of everything hurting. Do we see any footprints leaving this crater, friend?
Roll a survival check to interpret the prints. You've
Yeah, I'll go
perceived the
around.
prints. Now let's interpret them.
Yeah, Theo will not be doing anything. He is
I would like
just
to
kind of
do
sitting there.
that.
You just lay down there. 19.
Oh, nice.
Not so great. 9.
He legit just gives a thumb up.
Farrah's got nice
Farrah,
survival.
you look about and you do not see, as you sort of do a perimeter check, you don't see any tracks that seem to be leaving the crater. They all seem to be going into the crater.
So they went in through some gateway,
It
And
could
this-
have been a gateway.
giant stone, and we just closed it.
Yep.
Maybe they teleported somewhere and they're not just dead right now.
This feels
Maybe
like
they're on a different plane.
Insight check.
this feels like Nerisban.
Farrah, roll a persuasion check, would you?
The difference with Nerisban, Captain, is we're not responsible for it on the back end.
12. I
So
rolled a 3.
not as persuasive as you
Fart.
normally are, but fairly persuasive. I would allow the other players to determine whether or not they buy your explanation as you're trying to sort of make the situation seem better than it is.
Theo accepts that they were all murdered by the Star Spawn.
Oh.
He is okay with that.
Thank you, Doc
He's
Shoulder,
definitely
for
trying
the
to kill
cheering.
us.
Appreciate you. How was
Yeah,
the
so-
Dead and Company show?
The real
know-
question is, oh, go ahead. Like 2 of the people were trying to talk.
Somebody go.
Okay,
Go ahead,
Thea
Michael.
continues.
Yep.
One, yes, there's a possibility that all the shit and there's been and Mon Morgan and everywhere else is connected. I'm hoping it's not. 2, as Theo does in fact pull out his pipe and stuff it full of tobacco and lights it. 2, how the hell is this connected to Tomoa-chan?
Well, we know that it's like timing, right? This comet appearing and something else happening when the comet appears.
Does it activate something? Does it energize it? It seemed to be some kind of, power source.
What did Dralian's journal say about it? I would know this, but Andy, the role player, doesn't know this.
Sorry, what was the question? I was texting Old Goat. I apologize.
Dralian's journal gave
Uh-huh.
us some information on the comet,
Okay.
but was it just did it just bring it up, or did it actually give
No,
us?
you guys have gotten little bits and pieces.
I'll check my notes.
There's one particular entry, number 14, where he mentions a comet called Hyakutake who's coming, is associated with chaos, change, and a strange Olman word that's loosely translated as rebirth.
Mm.
They got
So-
reborn
Or something.
as energy creatures that we had to kill.
Or something chaotic and destructive is going to be reborn.
Yeah. Well, not with this crystal.
Yeah, not with this one.
With this one, guys, and I'll hold up the one that still has the tiny bit of light in it.
You should put that in your bag.
Before you do, Theo just mutters some words and his eyes turn bright blue and he detects magic towards that thing.
The thing that he had, that Byron's holding on to, it is indeed magical. It gives off a strong magical essence.
That thing is, for the record, very magical.
The other bits of the shards that are laying around that broke off when you guys smashed the giant crystal do not give off a magical essence at all. They
None
are
of the rest
inert-
of this shit
inert.
is in anymore.
Only
I
this
cast
one?
identify on the object.
Okay. Give me an Arcana check, please.
Okay. I am not good at this. That is 16.
Okay, that's not bad at all. So a couple things that you glean from your magical spell. This crystal contains some of the energy that you were combating. It's white crystal and it's got this tiny light that sort of pulses and crackles inside of it. You know that it is a rare item that requires attunement to be used. And you know that as a bonus action, while attuned and wearing the trinket, you can use the crystal to enhance one of your ability scores, gain an advantage on a skill check or saving throw. Skill check and saving throw made using that ability score until the start of your next turn. You cannot use the crystal in this way until the next dawn. So basically, once per long rest, you can use that to gain advantage in skill checks until the start of your next turn, or like for 6 seconds if it's outside of a combat round. Thank you, Doc.
Nice.
We should give it to the bards. They are infamously terrible at skill checks.
I think I will give it to you, Theo.
Are you trying to say something?
You
Oh,
look awful.
Yeah, you should probably use this.
Are we gonna
Well,
rest
I'm
here?
Also,
sorry, I
for a minute?
didn't have
well-
a chance to. My hair got mussed up on account of all the evisceration.
Yes.
Oh, yeah. All right. Well, I'll keep it then. Here, you can have my helmet. I'll give him my fish head helmet.
What am I
And I will
supposed to do?
suddenly be in the dark.
Oh.
I will look around and be like, oh man, it is dark out.
So,
Holy
hi,
moly.
Byron. What exactly are you trying to accomplish here, my friend?
Where are you?
Who said that?
I am in your heart, speaking through the sweet, sultry lineaments and nerves that make up your mind.
I'll reach around to see if I can feel Theo.
I don't know how far away I am from you, bro.
You don't feel him. You just reach
Theo,
out.
where are you?
Oh God! Stop! What is this?
Oh my
Your
God.
hand brushes
Flailing.
past Farah's face.
Oh,
It's literally
oh,
like
who is
playing
that?
hide and seek with some of my
It
younger
is
siblings.
super dark. Oh my gosh.
So, are you trying to say, Byron, that you can only have so many magical items at a time and you have that limit?
I am not admitting to anything. Is this an interrogation?
Plead the fifth, always.
Yes.
Yes, I am sitting on the ground exhausted, giving you as many
we-
birds as I can conjure.
All right.
Which
Are we-
So
it's many given my army of dark necromantic reanimated corpses that I've summoned here in the dark, which you of course cannot see. We are all
helmet back
giving
on?
you the bird.
I'm gonna start a short rest.
Roll initiative, Byron.
uh-oh.
Just kidding. I'm kidding.
Do we want to just stay here? Because I
No.
could cast the bubble.
Yeah.
We probably should move
Yeah.
a little bit out
Rest.
from the site, but not far.
Yeah, it is.
Okay.
It is nighttime. I mean, it's after sunset. It is dark. I would say it's probably early. It's definitely before midnight.
Byron, give me the trinket.
Okay.
I will give
I
you
think-
back your hat.
Okay.
I
Thank
think
you.
Your dome would be a good idea tonight,
I like that trinket though. I like it.
but not here.
Want it during the daytime. You can have my helmet during the daytime.
Okay, then fine. I will keep the helmet. And Theo just puts in his bag of holding.
Okay. I will light a torch.
Deg, perhaps we should find a good place to
Yeah.
make camp.
Let's get out of this crater.
Yeah. Yeah, it sucks down here.
How far away are you going to go? Are you going to stay within the clearing, but just out of the crater, or are you going to go into the jungle a little bit?
I
Probably
would say
go
we,
a little bit into the jungle.
Somewhere hidden,
yeah.
like, but maybe not too far away, so that we could still
Little off-
hear if something
yeah.
started happening in that grove.
off of that trail of everybody moving to this spot. So, yeah, maybe on that far side of the crater from where we came in.
Okay, but still in the clearing.
I just need a
Or-
10-foot radius.
You can find that within the clearing. It might be you could find it within the jungle too, but there might be tree trunks inside part of it might take up some of the space of your dome.
Let's just do it in the clearing.
Yeah, right on the edge.
All right, so
Yeah.
you guys set up Farah's magical dome. and you're going to spend the night, or at least the next 8 hours here, right?
Yeah.
Taking a long rest.
Sounds
So through the night, you do not encounter or hear anything else. It is other than the sounds of the jungle. It's a little ominous with this crater next to you, but there's no flare up of the glow or anything like that. Whoever has the crystal, who has the crystal? Is it Theo? Byron has it. Okay. Are you going to attune to it?
I will. Yeah, I'll sit here and attune.
Remember,
to
you
it.
can only have 3 things that you're attuned to, just for.
Yep.
Okay. So yeah, just keep in mind that you can use that bonus action once per day, basically. You watch it as you attune to it, and it sort of flickers and shines throughout the night. It doesn't ever stop moving within this crystal. There's like this little light source. But yeah, the night goes uneventfully. You rest. You're all able to get a long rest. That means for you, Theo, that, let me just double check this thing. I think, let me just check this guy. The effect of that Vivisect. Reduction lasts until you finish a short or long rest. So yeah, your stats are all back up to normal. Thank
Nice.
goodness. You feel much better when you wake up. And you guys can do watches and all that stuff, but throughout the night, nothing happens that is alarming or troubling. And you see the sun sort of peeking through now the trees as it rises and starts to shine down eventually into this opening. What would you like to do as the hut fades? Where do you want to go? What do you want to do next?
Well,
Let's just burn down the whole jungle.
as curious as I am about this area, we should at least check on the boat.
And take enough rations if we're going to start our adventure into the forest.
We're not fully equipped.
We
Should we
knew
just
this
head
was going to be
back?
a short journey, didn't we? We
Yeah.
told them we'd come back, so let's just come
Yeah.
back.
All right, let's head out.
All right, let's all turn into seagulls.
On the way, do you want to message the boat and have them meet us back at the docks?
It would be nice to know if anything is happening.
I can cast that spell. Would you like me to send a sending?
Do we have that? Did we make a point to attune to that globe, the orb that we can
Which
see our
I
boat
thought
with?
we were going to take it, but I don't know if what happened.
I
don't-
think
It's not
we
me.
gave it to Theo
Yeah, Theo.
because he had like one attuned item.
Correct.
Can you work that globe and that orb thing? See if you can see our boat.
Theo will contemplate the orb. Pulls out his
Okay.
wizard hat and begins his contemplation. Actually, no, he doesn't have his wizard hat anymore. Pretty sure I gave
No,
that to
you gave it-
Feyre.
You gave that away at some point. I don't think you gave it to Feyre.
Is that
Okay.
good for you?
You gave it away though. I do remember that.
It's like I gave it to
Yeah,
somebody. So anyway,
you
I
did.
will. He will ponder the orb without his wizard's hat.
Okay.
So that will give him a disadvantage for any contemplation rolls.
Yeah, you can attune to it as long as you have attunement capabilities.
I only have like, I don't think the horn takes an attunement slot, so
No,
I
it
have
does
one thing
not.
attuned.
Yep. Oh, just the torque.
Just the torch.
Yep,
To
that thing is
amulet. It's an
beautiful.
amulet. So yeah,
Amulet.
I just pull out the orb, gaze
Okay.
into it with large eyes seeking deep truths.
So remind me, Rhunar, did you send the ship back to the secret cove, or did you have
No.
it stay? You had it stay and put for now.
No, yeah, we had
So,
a
yeah.
but in the
Yep.
bay.
So, Theo, as you look into the crystal ball, and it picks up images of the ship, if I recall, you had strung the other sort of the other side of this communication device up on like the mast. And you
Yeah,
can
like
see
kinda
sort of a
midships, yeah.
360-degree view of the ship, and there doesn't seem to be anything alarming in your vision. There are crew members milling about and working on things, and you can see Fritz at one point sort of shouting out some orders. And you can see Tamis and that other fucking guy are kind of scrubbing the deck and cleaning up. It looks like things are going as normal aboard the Good Buddy.
I have gazed into the orb, my friends, and I will tell you this. In the light which comes from beyond all seeing, shit's fine. Normal.
All right. Good. Good to know.
All right. Well.
Oh,
should
I'm
we-
sorry. Are you the only one that is allowed to be extra, dear Feyre? Am I not allowed to be extra too?
Well, you can try.
You are a bitch.
All right.
All right,
Let's
you
get
two.
moving.
It's very easy to find your way back to the Fort South Azure. You don't have to make any rolls or anything. You just follow the tracks, which are pretty well laid out. You do have to make your way through some of those burned and broken treetops, but it's all territory you've traveled before. It takes you the better part of the day to get back, and you make it back to town. Town is still dead quiet. There is no movement other than perhaps some scavenging dog-like creatures. They look a little bit different than dogs do. They have a little bit longer necks, and they have some strange articulated legs, but they just scavenge and are pulling at like things out of houses, maybe foodstuffs, maybe the bakery, some of the rotten baked goods, and they run off as you approach. They just kind of scatter. There's some rats that scatter as well. But you make it back to the fort and it's quiet.
If all the people were taken and are not coming back,
Well, this is ours.
should we dig through their stuff?
Yes, absolutely.
It would be
think
practical
yes.
to look into foodstuffs, yes.
Yeah,
See,
supplies.
I
I
looked
will-
in that bakery and it was rotten.
I will
Perhaps
look
they have some
for
dried
their
rations.
treasures.
I imagine any food left out is going to go bad pretty quickly in this heat, but maybe there's barrels of stuff, like something.
I feel
sealed
like
up.
this is definitely time to maybe bring in some more of the crew to help as we hopefully, I would say the town is relatively safe at this point.
Shoot, should we just call them in and just pillage this place like real pirates?
I mean,
Could
One,
burn it
I
down
don't
know
too
what
and
you-
make it look like. Just kidding. That's a bad idea.
Wow.
was there any structure that looked like it would be the, like the what was her name, the leader of the fort's residence? or-
Abnell.
Yeah.
Yeah, you could look around. Go ahead and give me a perception check. You also, there's a couple of spots that I mentioned last time. There's Choltra's Bakery, which you looked inside quickly and saw, bad things that had gone bad. There's the open air market that is abandoned, of course. You poked your head into the Barracuda bar at one point, and there was nothing in there, but there are tables outside. And I think I mentioned that there was like a table or two where they had actually left some coin, as if they had sort of left their, paid for their tab and then got up and walked away. And then there's a place called Redieve's Imports. What'd you roll?
19.
Yeah. So you kind of mill about, you have some time, right? So you guys sort of walk through town, maybe taking a route through this fort, a different route than you'd gone before. And you do see a larger homestead looking place that has some nice horticultural elements to it, some nice landscaping and gardening, some flowers, a hedge maybe, a little bit nicer perhaps than the rest of them, but not much nicer, but somewhat nicer and a little bit bigger. It looks more of like a hall than it does a house.
Right. I'm gonna head over to this building over here. Just check things out. See if I can
Buddy
find any-
system, I'll go with you.
yeah,
Byron,
any-
you're with Feyre.
and look for any records, anything that anybody might have written down about where
Cool.
everybody went.
Cool.
And money and food doesn't hurt either.
Money. You got it.
So, import
Weapons.
export shop?
I like
Yes.
I like swords and spears
God.
and
See if there's any good like building supplies too.
I already got a halberd, but
Place an
anything I
order.
can swing at people. All right.
I will do a cursory knock on the door just in case somebody survived all of this.
Mhm.
Like I don't want to be attacked
Sure.
by a survivor.
So you go to Farah and Byron are going to Rediv's imports, and Rhunar and Theo are going to Abnell's hall, right?
Yes.
All right. So let's go to Abnell's hall first. You push open the doors and look inside. It's a dark hall. There appear to be a sort of a sitting area with a long table. There is food that has gone bad on the table. There are goblets and decanters and pitchers of wine, perhaps, that has gone sour. There are more rats that scurry into the shadowy corners of the hall. And there are a couple of rooms at the far end, but for the most part, it's an open hall. At the far end, there seems to be like a sitting area, and then two doors behind that lead into rooms that you're not sure about.
Not thinking it'll do much good. Runar's just gonna shout out, "Hello! Anyone? Hello!" No. Don't
You
think
listen
so.
for a second, and there's no response.
All right, I'm gonna make my way back towards those rooms.
As you pass by the sitting area, there's a table, and there's some parchment laid out, and there are a couple of goblets that appear to be filled with wine. And give me two D100 rolls, please. We'll see what other random goodies are sitting on this table.
All right, that's a 32 and a 54.
All right. On the table is a wooden charm that is hung on a piece of string.
Not touching
is-
that.
It looks beautiful. It is carved with some skill, and it looks to be in the sort of an abstract representation of a tree, like a world tree kind of vibe that you're getting from it. And then what was the second one? It was a 32 and a
54.
54. There is a sack full of tools, a bag that holds shears, and awl, and sewing equipment, yarn, some handmade looks like twine. The tools are well made and very sharp. It looks as though maybe whoever sat at this particular place was a craftsperson. It looks like stuff that maybe Byron or one of the other guys could use to work on things on the ship.
Yeah, I'll grab the sack of tools.
Hey-oh. Thanks
I'll
for the
just-
resub, Vamp.
I'll take a look at that charm and I'll just throw it in the sack of tools.
Roll a wisdom saving throw. Just kidding. I'm just kidding.
You bastard.
All right. So, and then where are you going to go next? Theo, what are you doing as Rhunar is digging through the yarn and tools, knitting
He was
tools?
just kind of keeping a lookout, creeping. Like if Runar's heading towards one set of those doors, Theo's kind of working his way up the other side of the hall, heading towards the opposite door. Just again, he has that same thought that Feyre does. Is like, if there's any survivors, we may run into them at on the pointy end of something.
Are you trying to be stealthy, or are you just trying to be strategic?
We're gonna say both, as Theo just kind of whispers something to himself and just turns invisible and casts invisibility.
Okay. Roll a stealth check for me as well with advantage.
$16.
Okay, you feel pretty well hidden as you blink out. Rhunar, you look around and Theo's gone.
I'm gonna pull my sword out.
Okay, you pull your sword out. Are you also moving stealthily or strategically, Rhunar, as you're moving through this, or not really? You're just walking.
No, I walked into that place.
Yeah,
shouting,
and you called out.
so I'm
Yeah,
just
you
like,
called out.
Captain,
kinda-
I'm literally 3 meters away from you. I just turned
all right.
invisible as a
Precaution. Okay.
it's a proactive maneuver.
All right.
So you've got
I'm
two
gonna-
doors in front of you. One on the left, one on the right.
I'll pick the one on the left.
I'll pick the one on the right.
I'm just gonna like try to shake, check the doorknob.
Are you
see
gonna do
if
the
it's
old
open.
1, 2, 3 open and have them both open at the same time?
Yeah.
All right. So you guys count out 1,
2,
2.
2.5, 3.
Open on 3. All right. And you guys open the doors. And we'll go over to Nadiv's Imports.
Cliffhanger.
Yep. As Byron and Feyre enter into Nadiv's, there's a little bell, of course, because I like having those bells. Ding, 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 as you walk in. It's quiet. You don't see anything.
I'll walk behind the counter and look back at Farah. So, what can I get for ya?
Do you have one of those, lock boxes back there with all of the
Ah.
good things in them?
Oh, absolutely. Let's just come on back and let's take a look.
Oh, yes, bring it right up.
I'll do a quick perception check, see if there's a lockbox laying around.
All right, roll for...
For money or
You're just
or
do a
the
quick
good-
perception check? Go ahead and roll a perception check. Absolutely.
I would like to assist him.
You're going to help him perceive?
Yeah, it's look.
Or do you want to investigate?
I too will have my shield out, so
I
will see
would
very
rather
well.
assist him.
So you look around and you see a box.
here it is. Walk over to it and I'll just give it a kick, see if it opens up.
It's a small box. It's on a little stand behind the countertop. It's a little green box.
Yeah, I'll just open it.
Yeah. Roll a D100 for me.
A 59.
You find 71 gold pieces worth of coin in the box.
Let's dump it out on the counter. Let's see what else we can find.
So basically, this place that you're in has anything that you could find in the player's handbook is in stock. At least one item of it, with maybe a few exceptions. Let me take a quick peek. But anything that's in the player's handbook on page 150.
Time to get another spyglass.
Yep, you could find a
Hey.
spyglass for sure. I would say that it probably doesn't have the alchemist's fire and pretty much anything else it has, along with a bunch of strange herbs, some various mounted animals that probably when people go hunting and they mount animals. It's got a bunch of that kind of stuff. It's got sinew and supplies for fixing tarps and tents. It's like sort of an outfitter style place. So it's got hunting traps and rope and mess kits and pitons and iron pots, blah blah blah. It's got a bunch of stuff. So if you want, just ask me if they have it and I'll let you know, but it's probably a yes.
Do they have any healing potions?
No.
Darn.
So,
Grappling
That's
hook,
not on page 150.
cartographer's tools.
rope.
Cartographer's tools? Yes, they do have cartographer's tools.
And let's see. what else is
Bunch of rope.
Hey, thanks for the raid. We appreciate you guys.
Heyo.
Thanks, Games Tavern. You guys are awesome. We play with Games Tavern as often as we can. So let's see. I think I have something here. There we go. Check them out if you can. They're awesome. Looking forward to the Operation Supply Drop fundraiser in October too, by the way. All right. So while you guys are looking at possible supplies to gather, we'll go back to Rhunar and Theo. As you open the doors and you look inside, one of them is definitely a bedroom. The other room appears to be some sort of maybe a planning room. There are maps on the walls. There is another table with chairs around it, whereas the sitting area in the main hall was more like lounge sort of sitting. This is a little bit more of like business. This is where the business takes place. There are quills and jars of ink. There are large pieces of parchment with notes written on them. As I said, there are maps, some of which are sort of hanging on pegs on the wall. There are some weapons in this room: spears, halberds, shields, swords. None of them look super fancy, but they look to be nice, high, quality stuff. You get the sense that Abnel had a little bit of like a security force, perhaps, that she commandeered or ran out of this place.
Which of us got which room?
Roll initiative. Give me an initiative roll. We'll see. We'll let whoever rolls high gets to choose which room they found. There's a bedroom and a war room, essentially.
Not me.
I got no. You rolled a 1 and still got an 8, though. I got an 11. I rolled a 9.
That's okay. You still won. Then that's all that matters.
I was still impressed.
Appreciate it.
Theo will get the planning/guard room and kind of look that one over first.
You're just gonna hear Rhunar from the other room. Theo, do the eye thing. Do the thing with your eyes.
No one has. Sometimes I'm working with planks of wood. Working with planks of wood. Theo still mutters, and his eyes go bright, and he does in fact cast Detect Magic, despite thinking very hard to not. It's a good, solid idea.
All right. Give me
and then we'll investigate the room.
Yeah. So give me an investigation check, and then give me a moment as I bring up a table here.
I forgot, which room did you pick?
He's in the war room.
The guard/planning room, and I got a 16 on investigation.
Okay.
So you got the bedroom.
All right.
Take a nap.
I'm gonna toss that bedroom.
All right. So give me a D100 roll. You want to roll high on this one?
Ooh,
Got a 70.
70.
Okay. And then give me a D20.
$11.
Okay. One of the things that you see on the table is it looks to be a symbol of a deity that you know well, Heronius, on the table, the main table. It is it looks to be like almost like a pin, like something you could attach to a cloak, as if someone perhaps took it off of their garments and set it on the table while they were working.
Shouldn't have taken this off, lad. And Theo will in fact pick that up and absolutely pin him onto his own cloak as he keeps looking.
It is magical.
Apparently doesn't even notice that, which I can see in this case.
Yeah. You have the magic going though, don't you? Yeah. You do know that it's magical, but that's about all you know. And it is the emblem of Heronius. In the parlance of the Tasha's Cauldron of Everything, this is a guardian emblem, which is pretty rad. And then Rhunar, you're poking about in the bedroom.
Yeah, I'm gonna pull mattresses off the bed frame.
Oh shit!
I'm gonna like open up like anything I find, drawers.
Okay.
I don't know what's in there, like a armoire, whatever's in there. I'm like rifling through things.
All right, you find a bunch of clothes. Nothing fancy. It's all very very much like work clothes. You find a really nice dagger that is laying on the nightstand next to the bed. You're not 100% sure, but it looks like a silver dagger.
I'm I'm gonna
made
take
out
that.
of silver. And then give me a D100 roll. In fact, give me 2 of them
Okay.
and roll an investigation check.
All right. All right. D100s were 57
Okay.
and 79.
You find this is 79. Okay. This is weird. There's an envelope. You open the envelope and pull out a piece of parchment, and essentially it says, Abnel, you are cordially invited to the governor's gala in Narisbin. And you also find, I feel like you found one of these before, but you find the hilt of a broken sword. And that hilt looks, the hilt itself looks great, but it's a broken sword.
All right, I'm gonna set that aside. I'll probably take it with me though.
Give
my
me one more
investigation was-
D100.
Okay.
Yeah,
My
what was it? Sorry, what was it?
investigation was 13.
Okay, perfect. We are looting and pillaging this place.
D100 was 70.
You found, hold on. You also found 76 gold pieces worth of assorted coins within a secret stash. There's like a little spot underneath her bed where the floorboard pulls up, and there's a little box there with a bunch of coin stashed. Meanwhile, back at Nadiv's, did you
Okay.
guys find some things you wanted to take?
Yeah, I made a little list.
What do you
Do
got?
we find? I'll just list stuff off, and you just say yes or no.
You got it.
Navigator's tools.
Yes.
Okay. Thieves' tools.
Yes.
Okay. Herbalism kit.
Yes.
Forgery kit.
No.
Okay. Bottles or vials.
Absolutely. Multiple sizes, colors, and styles.
Spyglass.
Yes.
Magnifying glass.
Yes.
Hooded lantern.
Yes.
Rope.
Absolutely.
Silk rope.
Yes.
Okay.
This is fun. What else?
Paper and ink.
Yes, and yes.
Books, like blank books.
Blank, like blank journals. Absolutely.
If
Yep.
anyone wants to follow along, page 150 in the player's handbook. We're just reading all of that.
We're literally just
I
going
just
down the
went
list.
through- I did went through some of them.
She narrowed it
anti-
down.
Any
Thank you.
antitoxin?
I read like
Roll a percentage check. Roll high.
Yep, 32.
Nope.
tools.
Okay. Acid?
Ooh, roll percentage.
$59.
Now, when we're talking about acid, what kind of acid are we talking about here?
Not like a party, but like,
Okay.
burns through the
Not like a Grateful Dead
furniture.
Small
concert style. Okay.
little pieces
Yes,
of
you
paper.
do. You find
little pieces of parchment.
three vials. Yeah, 3 blotter papers.
with
3
small
vials
smiley
of
faces on
acid.
them.
Okay.
This come
Um,
on. This isn't a Dead concert, Andy.
Ball bearings,
Yes.
caltrops.
Yes.
Okay.
Yep. You find all of the things that I agreed to.
All right. We'll load that up.
And when there's one more thing that you find that
Okay.
I want to make note of. A sack.
Just a bag.
An empty bag.
Okay, great.
Byron, was there anything that was not on that list that you wanted to try to find? To see if they have?
No. Silk
Okay.
rope and caltrops is all I took.
You know what, Byron? Just to get you in on the action, why don't you give me a D100 roll? Just because I've got this book that never makes any sense.
You
30.
carry your loot in the bag.
Oh shit. Well, Byron, you find a crate of apples.
Are they
You
rotten?
could use those.
No. They are in good shape.
I'm gonna grab one.
Sure.
I'm gonna toss one to Feyre.
Yeah,
Sweet. Bite into
that's
it.
good.
Do you swallow?
Yeah, heck yeah. The point.
Perfect.
I'm eating it.
Perfect.
I might even grab another one, drop it in my pocket, then just grab the top of the crate and start dragging it out the door.
Yeah, it's pretty heavy. There's probably, I mean, have you ever seen an apple crate before? There's probably
Yeah.
40
pretty
apples
heavy.
in there. Yeah.
Yep.
Yep. Yeah, but
But
you can
there's-
definitely drag it out.
But there's no like weapons or magic items or anything in this.
Oh, you didn't
suckery
ask about
stuff.
weapons. You didn't ask any about weapons.
Is there any weapons?
Yes, there are weapons. There are knives, some really nice knives that are in a glass case.
Take those.
You gonna take all of them? there
well, how big's
are-
the glass case?
There are 8 very nice knives in this glass case. So yeah, you could take those. Hey, thanks, North Shore DM. We got advantages for Feyre, Theo, and Byron.
Dankeschön.
Thank you.
In terms of other weapons, there are a couple of hand axes. There are a dozen javelins or so. There are some hammers. And there are a handful of slings and short bows.
I'll just grab the knives, the hand axes, and the hammers.
Okay.
Wait, see anything on that list that,
think-
that Rhunar doesn't have?
I think you might remember Rhunar going on and on about how he doesn't have any javelins.
Yeah, I'm gonna grab some javelins for Rhunar.
I don't remember anything.
Just musings on the boat, you know.
God, I wish I had some
All he
javelins.
does is rant about
just
weapons,
kicking rocks.
so-
Wish I had some javelins, man.
None of these
Have you tried
backwaters
throwing rocks?
shops have any javelins.
Well, now you do.
Arr.
Yeah, and I'll give it a one final look over with the eye of looking for anything that looks like a masterworked item, like a really nicely made kind of a thing that may or may not be magic, you know.
Roll an investigation check for me as you give it a real significant look-see.
Just I don't want to leave free stuff.
Well, theoretically, it's not free. You're stealing it, but okay.
We're
What do you
It's
got?
more grave robbing at this point.
You don't need it anymore. Natural one.
Yeah, you don't see anything that really jumps out at you beyond the things that you found and taken.
Fair.
Yep. The apples look really good. They look like they're in great shape.
Who doesn't love a nice apple?
So at this point, you guys all reconvene, sort of like out in the courtyard. There is a behind you, sort of like this open air market of like booths and stuff, and most of them are foodstuffs. Some of them are like jewelry and trinkets.
I'm going over there.
You want to go to trinkets? All right. This is great. This is just rolling for trinkets. Go ahead and give me D100.
You know-
everybody roll a D100. Let's see what we find on the trinket
I
table.
found all these papers and some weapons. Says the
Cool.
invisible voice of Theo.
That's cool. We're looking for
Don't
trinkets
scare me
over
when
here,
I'm
man.
thieving.
Yeah, no, I would specifically looking for.
I
any
would
kind
think
of
while you're
journals
thieving, it's
or-
specifically when I should scare you, so you do less of it.
Sorry, Rhunar, what was that?
While searching the room, I was like kind of making a point of just looking around for any kind of writing journals or anything like that that might explain where everybody went.
All right,
So-
yeah. Roll an investigation check, and then Feyre, as you're looking for through the open air market, give me a trinket roll. Let's do this.
Okay, I rolled a 58.
58.
Oh, yes.
Roll again. That's the hilt from a broken sword. We're not going to do that again.
Oh, yeah.
21 investigation.
Really? All right, you find a leather bound journal, Rhunar, that has like a thong of leather wrapped around it to keep it tight. And if you open it up, do you open it up?
Yeah, just like
You open it up and you see that it looks to be mostly just a quick glance through the pages. You don't have time to like read it in detail. First impressions, it's a personal journal. But you don't know. There could be more in it, you know?
Yeah, I'm gonna tuck it into my armor. Bring it
Okay.
with me.
So you have Abnell's personal journal. Add that to your inventory.
Right.
Go ahead, Farah. What did you get on your reroll?
30.
30. This is fun. Oh. That's lame. But you found a pair of old socks. That's weird.
They take all the jewelry with them?
No, there's all kinds of beaded jewelry. There are feathered adornments of all kinds of different colors. Anybody else want to roll for a trinket?
I rolled a
I rolled
47.
a 4.
All right, a 47. You found a metal can that has no opening.
Just gonna leave that there.
Yep.
Amazing.
And you rolled a 4. This is the weirdest table ever. Oh, this is interesting because you love this kind of shit. This is a brass ring that appears to be extremely well polished.
Ooh, I'm gonna put it on.
Roll a wisdom save. Just kidding. I'm just kidding.
You always put on the ring as soon as you find it,
Yep.
You know,
My
yeah,
precious.
even in jungle temples.
Yep.
you know.
Oh
it's
my
not-
god.
it's-
Is that what
it's,
happened?
That's what I
Didn't
did.
put it on.
Celosia. Good god.
You look over and Feyre's just like
I got lucky,
sweeping the beads and feather jewelry into her bag.
Oh yeah. I mean, there's like loose beads. There's made jewelry. There's like sinew where you could make necklaces and bracelets, and you could do a bunch of crafting for sure. You got a pile of that stuff.
Great.
You also find, as you poke around, because I did write this down at one point, there is approximately 1,173 gold pieces worth of assorted coins at this open air market in various lockboxes, satchels, pouches that are typically tucked sort of behind where the vendor would be standing, perhaps to make change and that sort of thing. Are you going to take that?
Yeah.
I will.
For
Do I
safety,
even
you know,
do I even need to ask?
it'll get
Well, we
tallied
need-
in the journal.
It's all for a good cause.
We need to
be
pay the
honest.
crew, so it'll
No,
just
no,
go
we're
on the boat.
I'm gonna hold on
Crew's
to
gonna
it
end up
for when
going
these
through
people
this
get back.
place. All right.
You're gonna keep a side tally of the people's
Yeah.
stuff that you're gonna give back. I don't
I'll
think
make
so.
note of it in the
Yeah.
in the budget.
Yeah, right.
Just in case they ever raise
You
an
guys are
issue.
the worst. The worst
Throw it.
heroes.
I'm gonna throw an apple to Theo and Rhunar when I see them too.
Oh, hey, is this poisoned?
No.
Haven't
I've already
seen one of
had
these in a
one.
while.
If we give
All
these to Fritz, maybe
delicious.
they can make something nice on the ship.
Yeah.
Nice apple cobbler.
they
Theo,
could
did you-
They could.
Sorry. Go ahead.
Can't think of a lot of apple things right now.
Like
Sauce?
a fritter or a pie or
Cut it
Good
into
teacher.
triangles.
Yeah.
All right, let me
pastry.
ask you this, my friends. As you have essentially found most of the useful stuff, we'll say, you're gonna head back to the ship. Is that the plan?
Yeah.
Yes.
And what is the goal at the ship? Spend the night, I'm guessing.
Spend the night.
Prep for the actual excursion.
Prep
Okay.
for further excursion into the jungle. And set the crew up with instructions to go. Probably we're going to have them go back to that island cove, right?
mm-hmm.
Mhm.
Where it seemed like they could kind of hide out and
Yep.
lay low. So,
So
and they have several weeks of provisions. So, just get them set up to do that.
okay. So you guys, we can kind of move forward a little bit. You guys go back to the ship. You show off the loot. Maybe, I don't know. Maybe you keep it a secret. I'm not sure. Maybe you share some of it. Maybe not. You give orders. You take a long rest. You kind of set out and gather your supplies, the things that you're going to need for this voyage, this expedition, I should say, into the Amedio. And unless I'll just go around, is there anything that you guys want to accomplish that night, or the rest of the day, or into the night prior to the next morning, where we can start with you sort of venturing into the jungle? What do you think? Anything in particular that you want to try to accomplish or talk
I have
about?
nothing in specific.
I would like to maybe reach out to, sorry, who was the name of the guy that we just parted ways with?
Solana?
Solana. And warn him about this city.
Warn him about the Fort South
Town.
Azure?
Fort South
Yes.
Azure.
Yeah. Yeah, it's definitely not a city. It's pretty small, and it's got it's basically made of a wooden fence that goes around it. Very much like a frontier vibe on this place, at the edge of the wilderness sort of thing, fighting off sort of the wild as they try to gain a foothold on this strange, dangerous continent. But yeah, you can send a message to Solana and warn him about what happened there. He and his party, the crew of the Griffin Wing, are probably still in the cove, preparing to depart. As you remember, they're going to head north.
Yeah, I wasn't sure if they had left yet or not, but I just wanted to warn them against going.
Don't
into
go
the
there.
port.
Yep, got it. They acknowledge that and thank you, and say one final goodbye and with some gratitude. And he does mention to you before his 25 words are up that he has finished Captain Deg's brandy and looks forward, and tell Deg that he looks forward to the next time they meet so that they can toast another one of his delicious liqueurs.
Mm-hmm. Drink all my booze.
All right, I'll relay that to Deg that Solana's probably drank him out of booze.
He didn't find my secret stash, just saying.
Nice.
I would also like to identify the nice knives to see if they are other than just nice.
Okay, yeah, you cast Identify. They are just really nice knives.
Okay.
Yep.
Then I will hand the super nice knives over to the cook of the ship.
Your meal. Thank you. Look at these.
You're
And he kind of
welcome.
spins one around in his hand. These will be perfect. Wow.
I hope this will, make your job a little easier. And I will then hand over the hammers and hand axes also to the crew, if they needed to do any repairs or anything on the ship. Anything else? I'm gonna leave behind the navigator's tools and stuff. I'll put those in the ship. And you know what? I am gonna see if Sales would like that pile of beads and feather jewelry that I found. Like, I don't know, this is gonna be a little bit of a downtime, and maybe you wanted to do something creative.
Yeah, like make friendship bracelets, huh?
Well, they can be any kind of relationship bracelets you want, but friendship, sure.
I'm trying to make more friends, so
That's
I appreciate
good.
it. I appreciate it. I'll give it a try.
All right. So that I have gifted that stuff away.
Making friends. Feyre is quickly winning over the crew.
Somebody's got to. I actually forgot I did have one thing that Theo's going to do. I just need to run it by you, but it's small because I want to see what the answer is. Knowing that symbol of Heronius is a magic item, he's still got it pinned onto his armor in either way. He would try to attune to it. The text as written says can only be attuned by a cleric or a paladin. So the question is, does the attunement work?
Unfortunately, it does not.
That is a-okay. He's still gonna wear it anyway.
Yeah, it's a pretty sweet emblem.
Oh man, now I want to know what it does.
Cleric and paladin shit.
Yeah.
Nice.
Is there anything else, Theo, that you would want to do before the next morning?
Nothing in specific, no.
All right, Rhunar, anything for you?
I'm just gonna walk around with Fritz, going over, boat details.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
You guys should fish whenever possible to,
Yeah.
Minimize the amount of supplies.
Yeah. Good point. Yeah.
We'll be in touch.
Mm-hmm.
We can view the ship through this orb, so make sure the orb stays where it is.
Yeah. Yeah. It's
You
kind
know,
of creepy, but yeah. Okay. Yeah.
yeah, I know. Just tell the guys that, like, bad shit will happen if they touch it or something. Just like, no messing with it. And yeah, just you'll be all right. We'll be in touch.
Yeah. Okay. Well, we'll just hang out and fish and swim and wait, I guess.
Yeah. I mean,
You're coming back, yeah? Like, how
Oh,
long
yeah.
should we wait before we, leave?
well, we're gonna make a
Where the hell are you
Point.
going, yeah?
to check in with you every few days. I would say
You're going into that big jungle.
big jungle. There's supposed to
Okay.
be temples and
Okay.
mysterious things, and
Yeah, so, like, let's say we don't hear from you for, I don't know, 2-3 days. Is that,
that's like,
then we just kind of
Yeah.
take off, eh?
we're gonna check in with you every couple days, every 2-3 days.
Yeah, okay.
If it's been
Yeah.
like a week and you haven't heard from us, take off.
Yeah. Well, I sure hope that doesn't happen.
won't
Captain Deg, you gotta be careful in there. It's a big jungle.
It is. I'm confident we can make our way through it
Yeah, yeah.
and
I'm
come
sure
out on the other end.
the rest of the guys are making bets, but yeah, I mean,
Are
it'll
you
be
betting,
interesting.
man, Fritz?
No, I don't, like,
You're not-
not when it comes to my, captain's life. No,
Oh, you-
no, I
you
would
wouldn't-
never.
You wouldn't bet
Never.
against Capstan, would you?
No, absolutely not, Captain. Nope. Nope. Most of the guys think that Byron Hern will be the first one to die. So, but I guess we won't know until it happens.
Yeah, that's a solid
That's
bet. I was
it's
that's
a
a
safe
solid bet.
Yeah. Yeah.
He tends to be a little headstrong at times. I'm gonna toss him a sack full of
Oh.
gold. That is
Okay.
3 weeks' wages for the entire crew.
Oh yeah. Okay.
So they're set on rations for 3 weeks, and set on wages. So they shouldn't have any major complaints.
Yeah.
Just think of it like a paid vacation
Yeah,
and a
paid-
beautiful
paid-
island.
Paid holiday.
Yeah. That's a good
And the-
point, Miss Farah. Yeah.
In that nice little cove. You barbecue.
Swim,
Oh, yeah.
fish.
Yeah.
Don't drink all your booze on the first night.
No. Yeah, that'd be bad. So he reaches into his jacket and pulls out a bunch of pieces of paper. He says, "So yeah, the guys filled out your satisfaction survey, Miss Farah, but I do think that perhaps we'll I'm going to give them an opportunity to revise based on the 3 weeks wages up front and everything. I think maybe that if they just kind of maybe take one more look at their responses to your survey, that
Oh,
I think it'd be good. So I'll hold on to this when y'all come back. I don't want to. We don't want to part on with any sort of like questions about loyalty or nothing. It's all good, Captain.
All right.
We'll be here.
You're a good man, Fritz.
Yeah.
The boat's in your
Well,
hands.
I've had my moments, but yeah,
Don't
you've
run her into the reef.
you've helped to make us a good crew, Captain. And I know this is the first time you've been in charge of a ship, but I got to hand it to you. You did a good job, and we sure hope you come back. We really hope Miss Farah comes back because she plays all that good music. But
We'll be back. Don't worry.
yeah, I sure hope so. And he reaches
One
out and
way or
shakes
the
your
other.
hand. Good luck.
Enjoy your beach vacation.
Yeah. All right then. So you guys get or Byron, I'm sorry. Byron, is there anything that you want to do?
I'm gonna play some cards with Korga, let him win a little money off me, say bye to some of the guys, do some work on the ship. But
Son of a bitch, I beat you again, Hern. Ha. Well, tough luck. I hope you have better luck in the jungle, pal.
I'm just trying to get all my bad juju out now.
Oh, there's a lot in there, I think, huh?
Yeah, yeah.
Hey, make sure you come back. I want to win more money off you.
Oh,
You know
don't
what I
worry.
mean?
Don't worry. I'm sure they'll bring my body back.
Yeah, well, and then, Mr. Theo will probably reanimate you, and, well, we'll still be able to win money off you, so.
Yep. But I'll be a lot cooler when I'm undead.
Well, yeah, your corpse will be, like, cold to the touch.
Yeah, like 40 degrees probably.
Cooler.
Okay, well, that's morbid. Well, fuck it. Have a good one. And he reaches out and gives you a hug.
I'll hug him back.
Aww.
I'll find that one guy and that other fucking guy.
What's your passive perception?
15.
Okay, good to know.
Did he steal from you?
Probably.
It's Korga.
Yeah.
You as you get back to your room, you do feel like your coin pouch is a little light, a little bit lighter than you remember. But you've also had a few drinks, I'm sure, as you played cards. But he did pick some cash some coins out of your pouch. All right. Anything else?
No, I chill. Business as usual.
All right. You guys get a long rest. You wake up the next morning. It's a bright, shiny, sunshiny day. It is. Let's get give me Byron, Rhunar, and Fair. Give me a D20 rolls, each of you, please. You guys are preparing your dinghy to pedal back to the dock with some supplies for your expedition.
Those were not impressive rolls, but it was an 8, a 5, and an 8.
So there's a cool breeze that's blowing in from the ocean towards the coastline, but it is hot and muggy. There's barely any breeze at all, but it is, as I said, a bluebird blue sky day. As you make your way back to the docks of Fort South Azure and you push through the fort itself and into the jungle, where, my friends, as we look at this map, what is your destination?
We're going to start following this map. We're going to kind of try to zero in on this trail heading south from the fort.
Okay.
And try to follow it.
Let's see here. Let me get back to the map page. There we go. So you guys are, this blue dot is basically where you guys are. Or this green dot, excuse me, that's not blue. So you're right there. So each one of these hexes is 5 miles. You can move at a reasonable pace. You can move about 4 hexes if you try to stay somewhat on what you think is the trail, or like what that on the map you can see there's this dashed line. Well, in reality, it's not a road or anything like that. It's just a route. It's just a route through the jungle. So it's not like you're following necessarily a path or a road. So you do have to do some navigation. So given that you can travel approximately 4 hexes from where you are, where would you ping for me where you're trying to get to?
I would say we try to like just head due south. So like maybe 1. So like right here.
Yep. Got it. Okay. So let me ask you this. Who's going to be the navigator of the group?
What mechanically do they have to do?
It'll be a survival check to basically follow the map and sort of read the landscape to try to put yourself at the location that you think you're at.
I believe Feyre's got the highest number.
Feyre's pretty good at survival, yeah.
I'm good at not dying.
That is a key element of survival. You are
It really
correct.
is.
Maybe Rhunar and Feyre kind of like consult the map in our surroundings and figure things out as we go.
Okay. So if you want to help
But
with
I
that,
will-
you can roll with advantage.
I will try to help Feyre.
Okay. Then I will roll with advantage. Flip that over. And what?
The dice are cranky.
VTT is so
I
sour.
All
It
right,
is.
so roll
It's like,
a
welcome to the
d6 for me,
jungle.
Feyre. Yeah, it's not
Yeah.
easy. None of you have ever been in anything like this before. As you enter in, there are these massive trees above you that form the high canopy. There's a lower canopy, and then there's like this sort of almost like a haze, like a warm, wet haze that sort of hangs low because there's no wind to blow it out of these jungle areas. So it's really hard to sort of see too far ahead of you. It's also very uncomfortable. So any of you that might be wearing like metal armor, I don't know if anybody's wearing metal besides Theo. Theo, your armor is magical though, is it not?
It is.
So it's still uncomfortable to some extent. But it doesn't seem to like rust or anything. But any sort of like non-magical metals that you have at some point are going to start to rust just from the condensation, the dampness of this place. Now it's not swamp, so it's at least in this first section, it's not swamp like it was in Cybert Isle. It's more of a dry ground that you're walking on, but it is very difficult to find your way. And you rolled a 5.
There's very specifically why I took mending and prestidigitation was to care for equipment in a jungle environment.
Yep, that's very smart. Let me just do this and this. All right, so you guys, at some point during the journey of the day, you, Feyre, get the sense that you're not exactly sure where you are on the map. In fact, you think that you're right here, but that's, you're not 100% sure. It just doesn't seem right.
Well, I'm just gonna. Maybe I'll just fly up
I mean,
and take a look around.
yeah, I mean, keep an eye out for a river or any kind of landmark that we might be able to. Mountains,
Did you just want to climb a tree?
anything we could
Well,
see
I'm not
from a
great at
distance.
climbing.
What are the rest of you doing while Feyre and Rhunar are kind of taking the navigator role? Is there anything else during the day as you're traveling up until this point? So we're at the point now where Feyre is like, we're lost. But before that happens, you don't know that you're lost. What are the things that you might be doing along the way? Anything?
You know, I think I would be putting marks on everything we walk by, like trees and stuff. I'm just gonna put like an X on it.
Okay.
Pretty much every other tree or so, just big old X on it. Maybe on two sides of it too.
Okay, so you're sort of taking more almost like a kind of a scouting role, kind of marking your path.
Yep, kind of like leaving myself breadcrumbs to go back.
Okay. Roll a survival check for me.
$11.
We're not doing great.
No, you're not. Okay, so you're marking things. You look back at one point and you feel like you should be able to see the last mark, but you can't see it. Oh, shit. What about you, Theo? What are you doing while the journey is taking place?
Mostly keeping watch and then using the dark powers of prestidigitation, which allow me to heat or chill an object within 1 cubic feet for 1 hour. Just occasionally going by, tapping people on the shoulder, and basically air conditioning their tunics for an hour.
Ooh, nice. That's amazing.
I can do that
That
too.
is very
Is
smart.
it my turn again yet? Is it my
Roll a
turn?
perception check for me, and then follow that up with a straight D20 roll.
Yeah, it just stays magically cold for an hour, so
That's
it's
pretty
the
cool.
best.
God, I wish I had one of those today when I was out on the beach.
Oh gods,
I
I've
was
forgotten which
working.
skill. Perception?
A perception check and then a d20, please. Okay, nice.
15 total on perception, 14 on my random d20.
Okay, so you don't see anything that is troubling. You do see a few snakes that slither out of your path. There are animals that seem to be creeping around and maybe watching as you pass. You do see something that looks like a tapir, some sort of a deer style creature that skitters away and runs into the undergrowth. There are birds that flit about above, and this canopy goes up probably 80 to 100 feet above you. And you also get the smell, this sort of scent that wafts through on these really warm, very mild currents of air of like dampness and mold. But you do not, during this first day of travel, find yourself with a random encounter. So that's probably pretty good.
That is good.
Yep. So it is nightfall. Do you guys want to look for a camping spot? A place to set up camp?
Before that, when I think I'm lost, I will definitely turn into a giant eagle, and just for the heck of it, I'll grab Byron because he's so excited about the flying. I'll just naturally just grab him and we'll go for a little circle to see if we can locate like where we are. And I'll do a circle and then I'll come back down and see if we can pinpoint where we are in the map.
Sure. Roll a perception check for me as your eagle form. And this is at the end of the day after you've traveled most of the day and you're like, oh shit, we're lost. Better go up and take a peek.
Yeah. Okay. Look for mountains or a river.
Or snakes.
Just anything noticeable over the trees.
Flying snakes. No one wants flying snakes.
Okay. Sorry, I had to
Valleys.
go grab up giant eagle from stats. So I rolled an 11 and I get advantage. So roll it again. 12. Thanks, VTT. Plus. Okay. So that is 16.
16 total for your perception. Okay. So you look around and you, as an eagle, you can see that back the way you came is the coastline. You can just barely make out about 20 or so miles behind you from where you came. You can see the small outline of the fort that you left. You can see to the south, perhaps about 10 to 15 miles, a broad river. And to the southeast, about 30 miles, you can see that there is a broad mountain range that seems to be shrouded in mist.
Okay. Cool. I will use that information to try to get us back on course with the map.
So you fly back down, you change back into Feyre, and you bust out the map.
Yeah, I'm going to try to figure out from what I saw where we actually are.
So with that roll, it was a 16. I'll say that you have a pretty good idea, but please make a survival check, please, to pinpoint your location.
Okay. I'll use one of my advantages just in case.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, that's better. 26.
Oh shit, yeah. Okay, so yeah, you're able to sort of recalculate because you've triangulated from the coast, the fort, and the river and the mountains. So that's more than a triangulate, that's a quadrillate. I don't even know if that's a word, but you do it nonetheless, and you determine that you are in fact here.
Hmm.
That's not good.
We veered off course a little bit.
And as you make that realization, it does start to feel as though night is falling, even though it's already shadowy and dark in this jungle because of the trees that block the light. You get the sense that it's cooling a little bit, and the sun is going down and the darkness is rapidly encroaching. Do you guys want to try to find a place to camp that would be suitable, or what do you want to do at this point?
Yeah.
Any
We should
place
probably
that's
find-
just large enough to cast that tiny hut.
let's
Yeah,
find
you
a
can
spot
find a
and
spot. Give
make
me a
some
survival
dinner.
check. We'll see the quality of the spot that you find.
Okay. 24.
You find a very, very nice spot where you can maybe hang up some of your sweaty, wet clothing. You're on a little bit of a rise in an open area, so to speak. There's not a lot of undergrowth, so you have some good sight lines. It looks as though as you look around, Feyre, as you're kind of like scoping out, you see that there's it appears as though perhaps someone has stayed here before. There are some rocks that are piled up in a ring. It is grown over with grasses and ferns, but it looks like possibly an old fire ring.
Okay. Well, we don't need to sleep around that because the bubble that Feyre makes, and this time she makes it just like kind of a gray-green kind of color to blend in with the jungle. It makes everything like a good temperature. It's not hot, it's not sticky, it's not wet. It's just nice inside, and we can see clearly from inside out, but out can't see in.
Okay. So you set in for your first night in the Amedio Jungle. I imagine you're going to want to set some watches, perhaps, or...
Oh, yeah.
Okay. So who would take the first watch?
I will take first watch.
Okay. Theo, and then who's going to go second?
I'll go second.
All right. Rhunar, third watch.
I'll go third.
All right. And then Byron, you want to take the morning?
Yep, I'll take the morning.
All right. Theo, give me a perception and a d20 on the first watch. Whoa, nice. 17 for perception. and a
17 perception,
3.
3 on the d20.
You do. The only thing you really notice is that the sounds of the jungle change. They become quieter, and you start to hear perhaps some of the nocturnal animals that come out. There are some moments where there's little small rodents like chittering about in the underbrush near your campsite, and it kind of startles you because you know how it is. They always sound bigger than they are, but you quickly realize that it's just like some sort of rodents that are scurrying about. So nothing crazy happens on your watch. Seems pretty chill.
All right. So I wake up.
Rhunar.
Deg had the second watch.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Wake up, El Deg.
Rhunar, give me a d20 and a perception, please.
Rhunar, really quick.
Yeah.
Didn't fucking see anything.
That's good. 4 on the D20
Okay.
and 18 on perception.
Nice. Okay, so during your watch, Rhunar, you are pretty you feel pretty comfortable. You know, I mean, it's inside the hut, it's dry, it's nice. I don't know if you leave the hut at all, but as you look out, you see just for a moment, maybe it was your mind playing tricks on you, but you see a faint light about 40 feet from the hut. And it just kind of moves for a minute and then disappears into the woods, into the forest.
Right. I'll just kind of make a note of it, but you know, I feel secure in the hut, so I'm not going to investigate.
Okay. And then that brings your... Oh, thanks, Cardman. Rhunar, you, my friend, have an advantage from Cardman, 2467.
Thank you.
I think, Feyre, you are on the third watch.
Yes. Okay, so perception?
Yep, perception and a d20, please. Very nice. And a d20?
17.
All right. So, Farah, you, as Rhunar goes back to sleep and the guys are kind of snoring a little bit, and you look out, you see as well, momentarily, a little light source kind of bobbing through the forest. You kind of scan around, you see a little light source that just is sort of floating through the forest, and they start to come a little bit closer. And then there's a third off to the other direction. And they're just sort of hovering through the woods. Okay?
Can I see what that is?
Yeah, I'll give you one more perception check. Since you already rolled one, this will be kind of like having an advantage.
Oh,
yeah,
22.
As a fourth light springs up, you kind of turn and look at it, and it's hard because they're off in behind foliage, so you don't get a good look at it. But given that roll, you do get the sense that these could be similar to the creatures you encountered at Landgrave's Folly when you were on the island.
The will-o-wisps?
Those sons of bitches.
Oof. Well, it's a good thing that we're safe inside here. I don't think they can touch us. I heard a story that a dragon can't get through one of these.
Fair's just talking out loud to herself while everybody's sleeping.
Nervously.
Do you want to go out and investigate?
Nope.
Correct
All right.
response.
Yep, that was a good decision. Well, that's what happens during your watch, and then it's Byron's watch.
Are those creatures still outside?
Yeah.
I'm not gonna wake him up. I'll just like think
let him
for a minute
sleep?
and be like, just rolls over and goes to sleep.
Also, probably a very smart decision. Yes, you. As the sun starts to rise and the jungle comes alive with sound and bugs buzzing and birds calling, your friends start to wake up. As the light shines through the canopy, these floating orbs of energy fade off into the distance and disappear as the tiny hut begins to fade as well. You've all had a long rest in your first night in the Amedio Jungle without dying. I applaud you for that. Nicely done. We shall pick up the expedition next week as you are making it. Tell me, where are you trying to get to at this point? Like, what's your current destination?
Tomoja.
Well,
No, okay, we're heading south towards these mountains that say Plasarian Grove.
Okay, so you're heading towards the Plasarian
We're trying
peaks.
to follow this little dashed line.
Okay, just making sure. That sounds great. We'll see what it takes to get there. Next time when we come back, I want everybody to who's watching. I just want to say thank you very much. We are giving away some stuff, so let's get into that here. We have. Let me go over here to the display screen. We have, my friends, a copy of Urban Encounters and Quests from our friends at CZRPG. Big shout out to Christian and his crew for continuing to sponsor and give us things that we get to give away to folks who hang out with us. ! Drawing to get in on that action. And we are also then giving away a vial of the Old Goat Beard Company beard oil, which is amazing. Highly recommend. And very, very happy with that stuff. I use it all the time. If not the oil, the balm. Anyways, we're going to do 2 quick drawings and give those away. The first person will get to choose what they want, the Old Goat or the adventure. So let's go ahead and do it. Ashley, if you could be so kind as to give us the 5-second countdown.
Sure. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and go. ADMJR 79. ADMGR 79. Are you
Are you still hanging out with us? Are you still in the chat?
Let's add him. Hey.
Yeah, give him a shout out. You have one either the old goat or the adventure, which is pretty sweet. They may not be with us anymore.
Yep.
Alrighty then. Let's go ahead and let's try another one. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Let's see who. Valkyrie bait. You have won, Michael. Congratulations.
I would like to see the beard oil.
Yes, very nice.
The beard oil.
Very nice.
I need the package.
I
Is
highly
very
recommend.
desired.
Yeah.
One I got.
Awesome. Well, congratulations, Michael. You will be getting a vial of the Old Goat Beard Company beard oil, which means, my friends, that we are going to now give away, unless ADMJR79 is here. Haven't heard from you. All right. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Cardman 2467 is going to get a
Always
copy.
winning. Always winning.
Always wins.
The
He's
ultimate
luckiest.
winner. You're the best winner, Cardman.
Yeah.
You're going to get a copy of Urban Encounters and Quests. So happy that you guys are with us, hanging out in the chat, having fun. That helps us to have more fun, and we really do appreciate it. It really the sense of community is overwhelming, and we appreciate you for that. We're gonna go ahead and raid somebody. Let's see who's live that we want to raid tonight. Usually Phoenix is going, but we'll see what's happening over in Japan right now. Let's see Phoenix. Oh yeah, they're playing. Let's do it. We'll say hello to them. Phoenix. Wacky. Wow, they're getting into it over there. All right, you guys, thank you so much for being here. We're gonna raid. Hit them with the raid emojis. Give them some love. They're good friends of ours, and we'll see you all next time when we come back to find out what happens on day 2 in the Amedio.
Oh,
Adios,
yeah.
my friends. We'll
Looking
see you
forward
next time.
See you.
Bye.
Bye.